sunny and 72 on this Sunday afternoon at Baldwin Wallace University in Berea, Ohio, as we bring you the 2024 edition of the Parma Holy War on the diamond as Holy Name takes on Padua. It's up next on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. A complete contrast to last year's matchup between these two teams. Last year, it was monsoon season on a Friday in April. Today, we have a sunny Sunday afternoon after the rain that was from last year came this past Friday and canceled the game. But good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Fisher Field at Baldwin Wallace University. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, special guest Mr. Kevin Ontko with us today, sophomore theology teacher at Holy Name. Mr. Ontko, finally getting you out to a baseball game, and it couldn't be a better day outside. Beautiful day.
Absolutely beautiful day, slight breeze, perfect field. Should be a great day for baseball here.
For Holy Name, Harry Frank leading off in the one spot, followed by Humanick and Marchetta. He'll take on senior pitcher and Heidelberg commit Nick Hoffner, who's on the bump this afternoon for the Bruins. He deals his first pitch in the zone for strike one, and we are underway. First pitch at 12:30 p.m. Now, Hoffner was supposed to come in the game last year, but due to the rain that postponed the ending to basically cancel the rest of the game in the sixth, he was not able to come on into that game. His second offering, Frank Schaff. They're going to check down at first, and they say he does go. Nothing in two count to begin Frank's at bat as he is batting leadoff, batted a little bit lower down the lineup yesterday as Humanick, who's in the on-deck circle, was the leadoff man. Hoffner peering on in to his catcher, Yuri Belina. Pumps up and delivers. Gets a little bit of contact, so he'll fight for another pitch. And looking at this Padua team on the bump, we said Hoffner behind the dish. You have Belina, first Sedlecki, second base. You have LeBron short. You have Zimlia, and then third you have Palange at the hot corner. The 0-2 curves outside, 1-2 count on the sophomore.
Very big backstop back here, plenty of space. So if we do have base runners, it can be key for the catcher to keep the ball in front of him.
Belina, one of the best in all of NEO at blocking. We saw it in hockey as well, an expert on the ice. The pitch from Hoffner is skied to the right side and will... It was trailed over and right for the Bruins by Lowe, but couldn't get to it. And surprisingly, the first hat fall of the game belongs to the Bruins and not Don Marchetta, who will be up to pitch in the bottom of the first. You'll see many times this afternoon Don Marchetta's hat fall off, and that just shows how hard he pitches.
After falling down 0-2, Harry giving a good at-bat here, making him work.
Pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Misses outside again, 2-2 count. Frank doing an excellent job to battle. At your correction, this will be pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Hoffner, double pump, delivers. Ground ball right side, right to Sedlecki on the bag for out number 1. Chopped it and right into the glove.
Beautifully maniscaped, beautiful field here. It's going to be true bounces throughout.
And now stepping into the box for the Green Wave in the 2-hole, Adam Humanick. You'll see him take the field at short in the bottom half of the inning. So far this year, batting right around 200 as he looks to recapture the form he had last season.
Adam coming off a great senior year basketball season.
We'll see where he will commit to play basketball next year, as there are a couple schools he is down to. Hoffner, the double pump and deliver. Finds the zone on a late call. Nothing in one count to begin. Humanick's at bat. Humanick, as I said it yesterday, had a great hit in the playoffs that ended up being the winning runs against St. V's in 2023. Hoffner, double pump, deliver. lined into center
Should
field.
fall in there for a base hit.
And it does. Williams will go to greet it. So the one away, Humanek reaches on a single, and that will lead up for P.O. Dom to get into the box for the first time today. Dom Marchetta batted leadoff a couple times so far this year. Now in the 3-hole, looks to help his own case on the bump with one away, and Humanek chilling on first.
When your pitcher is hitting, you know he's a good hitter. Instead of DHing for him, he's hitting today, you know he's good.
You'd be mistaken with the nickname P.O. Dom to think he can't hit, but it's quite the contrary. In the Lakewood game last year, he was the first hit away at Lakewood. The pitch, first one he sees, runs inside on him, 1-0 count. Marchetta, a lefty, looking to be patient with Nemeth in the on-deck circle, who had hit here last year as he went 1 for 3 with a double and eventually scored on it. Throw back, not in time. Sublecki applies the tag, but Humanek back with ease. And you're going to see a lot of attempted pickoff moves today from Hoffner, especially with Humanek taking that kind of a lead. And with the first baseman caliber you have with Sublecki.
Well, I like what he did. First run around, you throw over. You set the tone for the rest of the game that you will throw over.
The goal for the lead on this field is to get to that left cut of the grass where Humanek's right foot basically is right now. He gets towards where you want to be, but you can't be too far up there, otherwise you're going to be a dead duck on the turf. Hoffner peering on in, freezes and delivers. Pops up and will go over the netting out of play behind us. So now 2-1 count on the junior. One away, still 0-0 ball game. The whole name making Hoffner work early. This will be pitch 12 of the inning. The back pick, there it is, not in time.
See, I like what Hoffner did. He set the tone here for the rest of the game. He's going to be looking at you. He's not afraid to throw over. You got to stay on your toes.
And he had even a little bit of a stutter, Humanek, trying to get back. One step the wrong way, he's dead at first. Hoffner slides. It's skied in the infield, being trailed over at second base by LeBron. Called off eventually at short for out number 2. Little bit of tough scenes there as Zemla eventually went over to greet it. So now here comes Nick Nemeth, the sophomore. Had an excellent end to life last year, but struggles to begin life this year as a full-time varsity player. I believe he has 2 hits on the year.
Coming off a good wrestling season, qualified for districts.
Hoffner throws back. It might be in time. No, it's past Sedlecki. Humanek, he will trot on over to second base.
He's got to go to third. He's got to go to third.
And he is rounding to third. The throw over is not in time. Humanek slides on in on a throw that looked destined to retire the side. Humanek goes on over to third base, and Nemeth, all he has to do is put the ball in play to give Holy Name an advantage. Mr. Ontko, I think you have to agree with me. Humanek was dead at first.
Humanek took one little lean to his right, could have been dead on a good throw. Fortunately ends up at third. Good job picking up the third base coach, Coach Masetta.
So
he
now,
had that little bit of lean.
So now it's time for Nemeth to get the ball in play. Can he get an RBI? Misses off the plate to begin the at-bat. So with 2 away, Humanek at third. It's excellent base running. These Padua Holy Name games have always been close. If you look at the average of the last 9 times these 2 teams have played, 0.5 run difference. The pitch, swing and a miss. Nemeth cutting for the fences to even it up.
Yep, you got to keep your head down on that ball. Pulled his eyes off it for a second. Watch it jump off that bat, Nick. Watch it jump off the bat.
If there's one out, I would say bunt just to play small ball, but at this point you got to put something in play. Waits on it and finds a zone on a late call, curving in. 1-2 count. Nothing more you could say. That was a great pitch from Hoffner. It took a second. It froze Nemeth. You saw him think about it. He sat there, watched it in, and now he's down to his final strike as Hoffner looks to get out of the inning. The 1-2 delivery from the senior pops up. It's catchable. Sedlecki and Bolina go for it. Sedlecki will retire the side by trailing it into foul territory. Humanek gets the third on a wild throw over to first, but Sedlecki makes up for the error and retires the side. Middle of 1, it's 0-0 in Berea. Padua do up for their first cuts this afternoon's ball game as we return to Berea, Ohio, 0-0. Holy Name left Humanick on third after he took 2 bases on a wild throw over by Hoffner. Said like he could not block it. It'll be Makai Williams, Lucas Palange, and Yuri Belina all due up this inning for the Bruins, with Sedlecki, the first baseman, batting cleanup if the Bruins could get a man on. And on the bump for Holy Name, the man with a sub-1 ERA entering play today, Dom Marchetta, P.O. Dom. It's rare for a high school team, given how many good pitchers there are in the pipelines nowadays, to have an ace for 2 years that will be the undisputed ace. He's the undisputed ace for the next 2 years.
He is, and you got to love the mentality because he has the ace mentality.
And he even went in the game yesterday and right to try and take care of things. Holy Name got close in the 6-3 loss against St. V's. Over at third base, Brendan Preisel, who's on the edge of the grass, preparing for a potential bunt as Makai Williams steps in for his first cuts. Misses high, 1-0 count. Last year in this contest is Makai Williams, 2 for 2, 1 walk, and a stolen base. Played really well in that afternoon's ball game. Pitch. Once again, the hat goes down, 2-0 count. I said when Lowe's hat fell off in right as he was trailing for the ball, you're going to see a lot of hats fall off today. And it's not just because of the wind. Lowe's is because of the wind and the way he was running. Dom's is just the way he pitches. His downward angle has that much force, his hat just flies off. The 2-0 offering, fouled behind to the backstop by Williams. 2-1 count as Marchetta's 3 for 3 on hat falls. Do we see over half of his pitches result in a hat fall?
At this rate, yes, absolutely.
Marchetta, the lefty, will come set and deliver. Misses high again, 3-1 count. It's a good miss for Marchetta. Looked really good in the zone where it was, but just missing high, with Palange getting ready to go into the box as he's on deck. Marchetta will come set on the bump. The lefty deals. Misses high or something. Ball full regardless. The only kind of confusion there was if it hit him, which there was a little bit of contact made. It could have grazed the helmet, but nonetheless sprinting down the first base line is Williams with the leadoff walk for Palange.
Dom's starting off early, missing high. Got to finish your pitch, follow through.
Holy Name infield today. Marchetta on the bump, sank behind the dish. Ragon will DH for him. Russell Masetta over at first base. First time he's playing over there since the game against University School in Hunting Valley. Mikey Torzillo over at second, his counterpart in the middle infield, Adam Humanick. And at the hot corner is Brendan Preisel. Marchetta will set, taking a peer over to Williams. And delivers. Fouled behind by Palange. And the thing about going up against a lefty, if you're on the base path, is they can easily change their direction of break to try and throw you out. You have to be really careful. Williams knows this, but last year, he didn't see a lefty in this game. It was 2 righties in Topolsky and Tyler Chardon. And it was Palange last year who started the game for the Bruins. Marchetta will come set, keeping a close eye over at first base. Masetta holding on. Runner goes. The throw from Sank will not be in time as Williams has his second stolen base in 2 years against Holy Name. Throw sails in the outfield as well from Sank. So now a runner in scoring position for Lucas Palange, who last time against Holy Name had an excellent contest. 2 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and scored +5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 5 runs, none of which were earned, 3 walks, and 6 Ks. So you can easily say he dealt in that contest. Marchetta still watching Williams over at second base like a hawk. He'll deal to the plate. Misses high. He quickly down in the count once again, 2-0. Marchetta needs a get-right pitch. Even if it puts the ball in play, you need a get-right pitch. It's 2-1, I believe. You need something here. He deals. Line to the left side, that's a base hit and might score the opening run of the game. No, instead Williams will hold up. It'll be runners at the corners with none away for the Bruins as Yuri Belina, the catcher, has a chance to open the scoring.
Yeah. that ball was hit hard enough to where we had a chance to hold them from scoring.
So Palange now in 5 at-bats over the last 2 years is 3 for 5 against Holy Name. This is a team he likes to hit against. Now it's time for Yuri to go and bat. He went 0 for 2 last time, but more importantly for this situation, had 2 RBIs in that game.
See what first and third play is on for the Green Wave.
In the high school game, it's usually just a guaranteed you're going to go and take second base and have 2. Marchetta will deal. Runner stays put at first, finds a zone, nothing in 1 count. Finally gets that upstairs call.
But the head fell off again, as you have noted.
If I had a dime for every time Don Marchetta's hat fell off and will fall off today, I can retire pretty young. Marchetta takes an eye over at first base, throws back. Masetta gets in, applies a tag well too late. But more importantly, Williams holding firm at third. You got to be careful on throwbacks. If it goes past Masetta, it's a 1-0 game. Marchetta takes a look over, runner goes. Sank will throw down, it's cut off. Williams sees it and will retreat back. So it's 2 in scoring position for Bolina, who once again has a chance to get 2 RBIs as he did last year.
All right, we need Dom to adjust. Still missing high, he's got to bring it down in the zone.
11 pitches in and still looking for out number 1. Maybe a big out number 1 at this point in the contest. Marchetta takes a look over at second base and delivers to the plate. Chopped foul to the left side by Bolina. Bolina trying to straighten it out and give his Bruins the early lead on a 1-2 count. Marchetta looking on in the on-deck circle is the power hitter, Sedlecki. If Bolina gets on and Sedlecki gets a hold of the ball, it might be 4-0.
Yeah. And our offense is not geared towards scoring 8, 10, 12 runs. We're better off a run, and hanging in there with good pitching and good defense.
We're averaging just south of 2.5 runs a game. The pitch from Marchetta. It hits him. Did it hit the bat before it hit the hand is the question.
It hit the elbow. It hit the elbow.
It hit the elbow, so he will go and load the bases for Sedlecki. They're saying hit in the elbow. He's calling foul behind the dish. Bolina's in pain for the Bruins. Yeah, there's a clear mark on that elbow.
Except that we were taught years ago, if you're fake getting hit by a pitch, rub the elbow, pinch the elbow and whatnot, but I did think he got hit in the elbow.
Padua already pulling the receipts from yesterday's game. Mr. Ontko, in Padua's game yesterday at this place, 5:15 start. 3 hours later, it's a 1-1 ball game called due to darkness.
Wow, wow.
17 combined hits, 2 runs.
Wow.
Padua and Avon Lake played a great game. It's a 4-2-1. This is the second time we've seen this year that I know of in the OHSAA.
Is he saying he stepped on the plate? What is he saying? What is he saying?
Something unheard of. That's what we can tell for now. I don't even know what they're calling at this point. It either hit the bat knob or the elbow. There's no in between. We heard a thud of some kind. Unless he leaned into the pitch, and that's what they're calling.
They're saying he was over the plate, that he was leaning in over the plate. And with our angle, we can't really see that.
At home, you can see the replay pretty clear. Marchetta will continue to chuck to Sank just to keep his arm primed.
Special thank you to Mr. Smee for our instant replays.
It's just tough at this early point in the game. It's such a big call to make as well in this rivalry game. You got to get it right either way.
He's saying it's a strike 3, and that's why it would be an out. But he got talked out of it, I think.
So now Coach Masetta will get the explanation. A lot of confusion. But Padua so far this year, 4-2-1 record, beat Friends Central of PA 7-1. Avon's were 3-2. They're the 117th ranked team in PA. Mayfield 6-3, and as well beating East Lake North 5-1. They dropped their game against US 8-5, and then played a tough game against the 19th ranked team in Illinois in Dunlap 4-3, and their tie, as we said earlier, was 1-1 against Avon Lake. So far this year for the scoring, averaging 4.29 runs per game, including the game last night, and 2.86 runs per game against. Very solid all the way around. They like to keep games low scoring, and they're able to do so when you have the 1-2 punch of Palange and Hoffner, who are your main pitchers. And even last night, you had 3 guys who went and pitched. 2 of them pitched around 3 innings.
Yeah, Padua is 4-2 with their solid pitching. And like you said, you need a 1-2 staff, especially in high school baseball with the weather, because you get a couple rainouts, and next thing you know, your number 1 and number 2 can pitch the next game.
And for Holy Name, after today, you still have 4 games in a row, and then it's 5 games in 6 days. It's going to be a lot of rest. Bolina back in the box. Just misses outside on the curve as Marchetta's hat goes back to the ground.
So I'm guessing they went with a happy medium to say that he didn't move out of the way, but it wasn't a strike. I think that's what they're going to go with for the hit by pitch.
Just a lot of unnecessary confusion early on in this contest. Here comes pitch 15 of the afternoon. Senk was able to get back to it after he dropped it, but now we should have a full count. Sadlecki still looking on in the on-deck circle, waiting for a chance to see a ball that he likes. Can Marchetta get out number 1, or can the Bruins open the scoring in the bottom of the first? Marchetta will set, the lefty deals. Swing and a miss. He gets Bolina to cut for out number 1. Marchetta settling in as he will now face the power hitter in the 4-hole. Took him to pitch 16 to get to out number 1. But I believe they did get the right call. It did kind of look like he leaned a little bit.
I think they took a happy medium there, saying that he didn't get out of the way, but it wasn't a strike. It wasn't over the strike zone. I think that's what they're going with.
You're going to have one team with pitchforks against you regardless in the parking lot after this game.
Absolutely. And that's why we need more umpires and referees. So if you think you can do it, please sign up, take a course, and become a referee or umpire, please.
And there's a conversation then of the automated ones in the major leagues.
But I don't think the automated has helped at the high school or college level, because we have less opportunity to deal with mistakes made by the high school and college level. Right? People have no tolerance for mistakes anymore.
You heard Tom Hamilton's opinion on the officials of the 3-2 loss to the Yankees yesterday. So Sadlecki, the lefty, starts his at-bat, 0-1 down. Lines into left field. That is a missile caught in center, but will give the Bruins the opening run as Williams scores on home. Maybe 2 outs, but a sacrifice fly from Spencer Sadlecki put the Bruins on the board.
He hit that hard, and he hit it to center field, and you're not going to throw him out from center on a line drive like that.
When you have Sadlecki in that 4-hole, the moment the ball at the bat, I could have said 1-0 there. I could have saved the time.
I think the ball was nervous as it was coming in, afraid of getting hit by Sadlecki.
It's a tough power hitter, as now in the 5-hole, Matt Lowe steps into the box. Still with a man on third, 2 away, 1-0 Padua lead. Can Marchetta settle back in? The pitch. Fouled away, so 0-1 count to begin the at-bat on Lowe.
Great to see Don bringing the pitches down. Great to see it. He's having more success now.
And as you said, the goal for Holy Name, don't give up too many runs in the first. That's how we lost the game last year. We were down 7-2 going into the 4th. After Chardon came on in to close things down with when Topolsky loaded the bases. Goes behind Senk. This can be 2, and it will be the second run of the game as Palange jogs on in with ease. The Bruins get their 2 runs they were looking for, as they still have a chance to add more. Just an unfortunate one there from Senk, clipping the glove.
A lot of space behind lot of space to the backstop. That's an automatic run.
It's a big game for him to be in, as well as a junior. I believe his second career varsity start. His first one came against St. Ed's Wednesday at Crushers. Swing and a miss on one upstairs from Lowe makes it now a 1-2 count. If Lowe can make his way on to first base, DeGeeter is in the on-deck circle, the sophomore, batting 6th. It's a 1-2 count. Can Marchetta get out of the inning? Yes, he can. Upstairs, strike three swinging to retire the side, but not before the Bruins score 2 runs. End of 1 in Berea. It's the Bruins leading by 2. Two 2-0 Padua lead as we return to Baldwin Wallace in the top of the second inning. Padua, 1 run scored on a sac fly, courtesy of Spencer Sedlecki, and the other one pass ball that led to Palange jogging on home. If you're just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Mr. Kevin Ontko, Holy Name sophomore theology teacher, on the call for you this afternoon.
Rough start, 21 pitch first inning, 2 runs. We're not a team that comes back from a lot of runs. Got to keep it close. Ideal situation here, we get somebody on, we hit them over, we hit them in, and we cut the lead 2-1. We don't need 4 or 5 runs. Let's get one at a time, get our confidence going.
It'll be Joey Ragone in the box to begin this inning. They're saying missed off the plate.
A little off the plate. But he's right around the strike zone. Each pitch he's been right close.
Both pitchers have done an excellent job. It's just been a couple of them have just trailed out as Hoffer double pumps and deals. Line to the left side of the infield on the ground. Chuck cross diamond to Sedlecki on the hop is in time as Zembla retires. We're going for out number 1.
That bounce is so true on this field. Thank you to BW for allowing high school games here.
And now it will have Brendan Price will step in for his first cuts, leading the team in batting average of .429, excluding the St. Ed's game. The sophomore, not the first prize though to don the green and white jersey as Connor did a couple years ago. The pitch from Hoffner, line to the right side and foul. Nothing will count to begin Preisel's at bat. Yesterday at St. V's, he reached on all 3 of his plate appearances, which included an error. Hoffner gets back to work. Nothing in 1 count on the sophomore. Double pump above the head and deals. Sent into center field to Makai Williams. Gets under it for out number 2 quickly.
Brendan has a great baseball mentality. No, not too high, not too low. We're doing well in this sport.
Unfortunately, hit basically the way Sedlecki hit his.
Yep.
No one on third.
Yep.
And now the lefty Masetta steps into the box for his first cuts. Pitched 2 innings yesterday at St. V's. Pitched really well, impressed a lot of us. No runs given up. Fouls it behind, nothing in 1 count. Masetta, excluding the Eds game, batting .250 on the air.
Get that foot on the ground, Russell. Get that foot on the ground. That front foot.
Hoffner trying to go and have the Namers go in order. Double pump, delivery. A little bit ahead of it on the curve. He's quickly down, nothing in 2. The variance of speed there from Hoffner, excellent.
Yeah. Get that foot on the ground, keep your hands back. You can adjust to any pitch, look fastball, adjust to the off speed.
Now here comes Hoffner once again, 0-2 to retire the side. Chopped just foul by Masetta, so he'll see the 0-2 once again. Survive in advance, plain and simple. If Masetta can find his way onto the base path, it will be Mikey Tordzidlo due up next in the 8-hole. Tordzidlo helped with a double play to end the first inning last night at St. V's. Hoffner once again will offer his 0-2 to Russell Masetta.
That's a better job keeping his hands back. That's better, Russell.
As no man's land, but
Nice
still
play.
trailed and caught over at second base. A long run for Manny LeBron to retire the side. The Namers go in order, middle of 2 at Baldwin Wallace. The Bruins lead by 2. Back on it, Fisher Field in the bottom of the second inning. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up this inning. Martin, Zemla, and LeBron for the Bruins. I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Mr. Ontko on the call for you this afternoon. Blocked by Sank, 1-0 count as the hat continues to fall from Marchetta.
I do like this. He's brought it down. He's brought the pitches down. That's a good sign.
Maybe even more packed than it was last year. Obviously, the weather played an impact, but a big crowd here this afternoon at Baldwin Wallace for this contest. A lot more than they would have been able to fit at Padua. The pitch from Marchetta. Paints the corner, evens it up at 1-1.
Great spot. Great spot.
Now he needs to continue to channel that. Last inning, 2 runs, only one of them earned. It might be 2 earned depending on how you score the pass ball. The pitch from Marchetta, swing and a miss. He's well ahead of it.
He's bringing it down.
So it's DeGeter, Martin, and Zemla. So 6, 7, 8 correction in this inning. Marchetta trying to retire him for out number 1. It's a 1-2 count, none away in the bottom of the second inning. Marchetta will set and deliver. Misses high, going back to that area, evens it up at 2-2. Marchetta just needs to settle in and consistently find that zone.
Yep.
I don't mind the 1-2 upstairs. You got to be careful with the way he's pitched. If he throws one upstairs purposely, you then don't want it to impact the next 2 pitches, and all of a sudden you have a man on when you were just messing around trying to get him to swing at something well out of the zone. The 2-2 count for the first batter of the inning. The pitch misses outside, makes it full. Jake DeGeter, the designated hitter, trying to get on base for Trey Martin, who's in the on-deck circle. It's a payoff pitch incoming, a big one at that to begin the inning. Marchetta will set. Here comes the payoff pitch. Misses low, he loses him, so the leadoff man is aboard for the second inning in a row via the walk for the Bruins, as Trey Martin has a chance to advance the runner. The game plan is going really well for Padua. Be patient when you need to launch the ball. There's definitely pent-up frustration from yesterday's game, just hearing the fans don't know what happened with the officiating of that game. I'm not here to speak on that, but you can tell there's some clear anger at the way that last night's game went. They want to make the
Well, this is a great start for the Bruins.
The pitch from Marchetta.
Runners in each inning, forcing the ace to throw a number of pitches early on. A team that struggles to score runs, falling down 2-0. Maybe adding on another run here. This is a great start for the Bruins. Only team's got to limit the damage here.
Martin down 0-1 in the count. Marchetta will peer on over at first base. He will slide and deliver. It's low. Sank blocks it, and that prevents a stolen base.
So all you got to do is keep it in front. You don't have to catch it. You got to keep it in front. Nice job.
I'm kind of surprised Padua wasn't aggressive and chanced it. I'm kind of surprised. That would have been a tempo-setting play. As you saw in the first throwdown, went into the outfield. Test the arm.
Yeah.
But still, nonetheless, DeGeeter will remain over at first base. It's a 1-1 count as Sank kept it in front. The pitch from Marchetta goes low, blocks it again. Sank being put to work by Marchetta with 2 balls in a row being blocked in the dirt.
And Marchetta doing a lot of extra work going after his hat after just about every pitch now. That's just one more thing to be moving around about.
When talking to him preseason, he said he had the hat issue fixed. Clearly, that's not the case.
Must have forgot the duct tape at home, huh?
It might be up there with the lie of how's your arm feeling after a start. The pitch. There it goes in the zone. Hits the high part of it. Evens up in 2-2. It's been 50-50 if that pitch has been called this afternoon. A lot of them just right around that area, half called, half not. Zemla in the on-deck circle for the Bruins. 2-2 count, none away. The pitch from Marchetta in the zone. It tanks at the last second and loads it. Sank looking for confirmation.
He can't, second base ump cannot make that call. Yeah, that's a tough, he can't see that.
So it's a full count, 3-2. It looked really good when it went in, just nosedived at the last second. So for the second at-bat and a go, in a row, Padua has a 3-2 count they've worked to.
Yeah, and the umpire just told him now, I got the final call on that one just because he's at second base. A nice job by the umpire to fill him in.
A big pitch incoming to DeGeeter at first. The payoff pitch from Marchetta.
It's
in the zone.
Perfect
He
spot.
freezes him for out number 1. A big strikeout from Don Marchetta.
Perfect spot.
That's a perfect equivalent on the mound. And now up steps the shortstop, Zach Zemla, for his first cut to this afternoon's ball game, with still 1 on and 1 away. DeGeeter, the man at first. Masetta still holding him on. Marchetta still has not thrown over this inning. Would not be surprised to see that change, but at the same time, DeGeeter is now taking much of a lead. Doesn't keep him honest. Runner goes, bunt down.
Nice
Excellent bunt
nice
throw,
bunt.
left side. Preisel, no contest.
Nice
2
bunt.
on, 1 away for the Bruins. Perfectly down that left field line.
It's a nice bunt. Great spot. Decent speed on it.
Scored a single. 2 on, 1 away. And up steps Manny LeBron, the second baseman. The senior has a chance and a big point to make a statement in what will probably be his final game against Holy Name, depending on how the playoffs work out. Last time these two teams played in this playoffs was 7 years ago. In 2017, Padua winning that day 1-0. Marchetta checks over his shoulder a couple times and delivers. Bunt being shown. He goes.
He got hit in the privates. Oof.
Runners will go. So now it's 2 in scoring position. And now we're getting some community between the coaches as they go out for the second time in 2 innings to get a call. Coach Masetta going to check on Sank. There was a little bit of a ding.
I thought it was the sound of Nathan getting hit. That's what I
It
thought.
depends.
That's what I thought. They're going to move the runners back to second and first. Call it a foul ball.
The way he kind of stumbled towards it, it kind of looked like he was going in for the contact. Maybe it grazed it.
He's not arguing.
Not arguing.
One
The
is not
peanut
arguing.
gallery's still not happy with it.
One is not arguing about it. Good job by LeBron to just play.
He's a senior. He wants a big hit in this game. The pitch from Marchetta. Chop to the right side. Bounces foul. Marchetta will kill it. He'll have to go back and retrieve the hat, but quickly. LeBron down 0-2. This would be a big out number 2 for Marchetta if he can connect with Makai Williams in the on-deck circle. If this ball's put in play, Padua's not going to be very happy that the runners are not in second and third.
Correct.
But nonetheless, can Marchetta get the job done? 0-2 count on LeBron, the second baseman. After this at-bat, we go back to the top of the lineup. Marchetta looks over and delivers. Curves in, swing and a miss for a loud out number 2. Marchetta is settling in. He now has 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. Now we're back to the top with Makai Williams. Walked his first time up last inning. Holy Name trying to get out of this inning. If they can go into the third unscathed, it'll look good.
This would help with momentum, yeah. This would help with a little adrenaline rush. To get out of this, after the leadoff hitter getting on, this would be big.
The pitch from Marchetta blocked by Sank. Third block. That has now prevented probably 2 runs in this inning.
Kept it in front. Good job, Mr. Sank. Good job.
He's doing his job. Made a couple sacrifices today, but that's the 3rd block of the afternoon, maybe 4th. Marchetta will set and deliver. Curves, lined into center field, will drop in front of Nemeth. Here comes the throw to the plate. It will not happen.
No.
He will hold up. Nemeth does a nice job to get it in. It's bases loaded with 2 away as Makai Williams once again has a perfect on-base percentage against Holy Name. Just tell Makai Williams every team they play is Holy Name. This guy can make it to the pros at this rate. So now 3 for 3 across 2 years, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases. It's just like how certain Guardians players only play well against the Yankees. I forget who that was.
Some people love big games, and Williams is one of them.
And Palange does too. Singled his first time up last year, also had a great game. Blocked by Sank, it rolls behind him. No contest. Marchetta starting to make his way towards the plate.
See here, you got confidence. You got confidence in your lineup here. You didn't send the runner to right to test it because you believe in the next 3 guys hitting.
And that ended up being Holy Name's downfall of the game yesterday. A couple of bang-bang plays at the plate, but 2 runs were sent that didn't score, that would have scored from third otherwise. Yeah. That's a 6-5 ball game.
Yeah, and a team that struggles to score a run, it's hard to overcome those.
You have Palange and Bellina up now and on deck. 2 of the best you can have for Padua, and then you have the next best instead Lucky in the hole. Marchetta just cannot walk Palange. He cannot afford it.
It's a 2-0 count. Look for him to swing with everything he's got in one spot. Pick out one pitch and try and give it a ride.
It's a 2-0 count. Marchetta, he needs to trust in his defense. I feel like that's the best way you go about this at bat. The pitch. Chopped right back to Marchetta. Pitcher, fielding, play to retire the side. Dom Marchetta gets the flip. Holy Name has the bases loaded behind him, but nonetheless, the defense holds. End of 2. It's 2-0 Padua. 8-9 then top. Due up in the top of the third for Holy Name. Down 2-0 to the Padua Bruins. For you guys tuning in, I am Nathan Smee alongside me, Mr. Ontko, on the call for you this afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat.
Run. Don't throw it. Just run. Hustle down.
And caught over at second base by Manny LeBron for out number 1. It's one pitch, one away to begin the top of the third inning. So far today, Hoffner has thrown 25 pitches compared to Marchetta's 42.
Yeah, and Hoffner's been around the strike zone with the great majority of them, keeping it nice and close.
And now it's time for Michael Luxick, the 9-hitter, for his first cuts of this afternoon's ball game. Second pitch of the inning is lined into the gap in left. It's over Williams' head. Here goes Michael around the bases. He is going to touch 2 and go for 3. The relay throw is not in time. That is my basketball sign commentator. Michael making an impact play. He's 90 feet away from scoring. I guess Michael can hit. Look at that. It's my guy over at third.
There you go. Some defense. Hanging in there. Second inning, Padua doesn't score. Now you get a triple.
We go back to top. It's Harry Frank. Can he get Holy Name on the board? Hoffner starting to be rattled. The Holy Name bench starting to get into this contest. But man, oh man, that was nuked. The third pitch of the inning is a strike. So there we go. Holy Name does not swing at everything. It's 0-1.
Yeah, comes back with the breaking ball, and you're Harry Frank. First pitch, off-speed pitch, you're not swinging.
I'm thinking of a B word right now. I'm thinking bunt. The pitch from Hoffner. Ground ball left side. This will score Alexic. The throw across the diamond is in time to first. But it's still going to be an RBI from Harry Frank, who gets the job done. It's a 2-1 ball game.
Nice play by Plans, moving to his left. If that goes through to the shortstop, it's probably an infield hit. Nice play by Palange. Does score the run.
And now Humanix in the batter's box with 2 away. It's a short inning pitching for Hoffner, but still the damage has been done nonetheless. The pitch followed behind and just going to fling off the net. Nothing in 1 count. A lot more contact this inning. I think Hoffner is starting to let his defense work, and it bit him. I mean, Mekhi Williams is a speedster in center. When he can't get to the ball, it was sent.
Yeah. Well, that opposite field hit the left center off from the lefty bat.
The pitch finds the zone. Hoffner continues to work around it. Nothing in 2 count on Humanek. Can Hoffner put the triple behind him and go into the bottom of the third, only giving up 1 run? The senior peers into his fellow senior and deals. Doesn't get him on 3, just misses low. A big league take from Humanek as we have a 1-2 count. I like that pick up from Hoffner. Curves makes Humanek think.
That's when you have your confidence. You know you need it. You need to keep these guys honest. You're not afraid to throw it in tough situations.
It's sent into right field. And it will barely be caught on the slide, but caught nonetheless. Matt Lowe slides to retire the side, but not before Holy Name gets a run courtesy of a Michael Alexic triple and an RBI out from Harry Frank. Middle of 3 in Berea is 2-1. Bruins lead. Bottom of the third inning, Padua led 2-0, but Holy Name got a run back. It's 2-1 as we return to Berea, Ohio. Belina, Sedlecki, and Lowe do up this inning for the Bruins. Marchetta's first pitch of the inning and pitch 43 on the afternoon is a strike. 0-1 count to begin this at-bat on Belina. Belina, his first time up, struck out swinging. Pitcher comparison. Going into the bottom of the third, Nick Hoffner has thrown 10 less pitches than Marchetta, now make it 11 after that pitch.
Oh, gosh.
It's be the tail of the tape at the end of this game. Both these teams don't score a lot of runs. It's the race to 5.
I would agree. I would completely. 5 is the magic number, isn't it?
The pitch from Marchetta, sent into right field. It'll fall in front of Electric for a leadoff base hit from Yuri Belina to get the ball rolling for the big man, Sedlecki, to go into the box for his second cuts.
Nice job going with the pitch.
If there was going to be a man to get us our home run of the game, it's this guy. Last year it was Jaden Hurd inside the park. It was an unearned home run, though, keep in mind, based off the stat sheets. Sedlecki has the capabilities to go yard. Former travel baseball teammate of Cameron Regazzo. You might see him run today.
He did his job last time with the sacrifice fly.
Throw not in time as Belina slides head first back on over to first.
At the very least, you want to see him move him over to second base, at the very least.
Sedlecki's trying to get to second base. That's his goal. Another throwback. But when you're a power hitter as confident as he is, and with the lineage in his family, I believe a relative of his was a catcher over at Kent State back in the day. Runner goes. The throw from Sang, it's delayed, not in time.
That looked like a first move call, where as soon as the pitcher, you're guessing correct on it, as soon as the pitcher moves, you're taking off to second. You do it with lefties.
Palange last year did not have a stolen base. This year he does. So now
Now the
Sedlecki
move
has
is-
one in scoring position.
And now the move is to get him to third.
Sedlecki sees it on in. Evens it up at 1-1. In the on-deck circle for the Bruins is the right fielder, Matt Lowe.
Ground ball to the right side does the job for 13.
Anything into the outfield will most likely score Palange if they're actually going to be aggressive. Correction, Belina. Belina goes again. Sank the throwdown is not in time as a standing up slide sends Belina 90 feet away from home.
Ground ball right side, fly ball to the outfield, scores a run.
So Belina, 2 stolen bases in this afternoon's contest. Last year, did he have a stolen base? Yes, he did. The pitch. Sedlecki turns his shoulder and sees it on in 2-1 count, or 3-1 count, I should say. At the corners would be a tough spot for Holy Name to be in with none away. Padua 90 feet away from retrieving the run they surrendered in the top half of the frame. Here's the 3-1 offering from Marchetta. He loses Sedlecki, so he walks the 4-hitter. So now it's time for Matt Lowe, the right fielder, to step in for his second cuts.
I believe threw him at least 3 off-speed pitches.
And now Sank will go and talk to Dom Marchetta. As he does so, our games this coming week, we have 2 for you. Tomorrow afternoon at St. John Bosco, Holy Name takes on Lakewood in Kylie Blinky's revenge game against the Rangers. Then Tuesday, Holy Name Baseball has their home opener at Kurtz Park against Lakewood. Both those games are 5 p.m. and will be broadcast live on Holy Name Athletics YouTube as always. To stay updated on all the games we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter.
I believe Lakewood's off to a great start. I believe they're 7-2 so far.
Indeed they are. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Dropped a heartbreaker in 13 yesterday to Rocky River. Couple tough games. Westlake as well in the GLC, a tough loss to the Rangers of North Ridgeville. The Rangers coming off their best ever season in the century. Bunt being shown, pulled back. Runner goes, pumped throw by Sank. And Sedlecki gets a stolen bag. So the Padua member of the Premier Ohio team in the 16U division has a stolen base. We'll see if Regazzo can do what his teammate did for the Bruins. Would not be surprised if in the next 2 innings we see Cam run. He leads the team and runs with 3.
And every run, everyone counts for the green wave, and I agree with you. His speed.
Fastest on the team, arguably. That's the role he's playing. Maybe not the role he wanted to going into this year, but nonetheless, there's still a role for a pinch runner. It's popped up into the stratosphere, infield fly.
Sky high. Sky high.
Caught easily by Price as he trails it in.
That is about best case scenario.
And it's out number 1. And now we go to the designated hitter, the Jeter. Walks his first time up. Need 2 more at-bats like that, but just shorter at-bats. Dom's going to get worn out at this rate. I feel like both pitchers can go 100, but looking at the schedule, do you want to pitch both 100? I don't know if you do.
I think it's a long season, a lot of games. I think playoff time, to peak at playoff time is the most important, and I think you got to save something in his arm.
In the words of the team themselves, you're saving your best pitchers for league games.
Yes, yep.
And there's 2 tomorrow.
Yep.
And then 2 next 2 days, I should say.
Great
Paints
spot.
the corner.
Great spot.
This coming week for Holy Name Baseball is a gauntlet and a half. Monday, Tuesday, of the Lakewood Series. Wednesday, you go on out to Mount Hoban. Thursday, you host Bay. Saturday, Brexel Broadview away.
There you go.
In the zone, bunt pulled back. You see over at third base, Brendan Preisel creeping.
Great start to this batter. Low outside fastball. Comes back with a nice pitch on the bunt. It's showing bunt.
Small ball baseball gets the job done. The pitch from Marchetta. Swing and a miss.
Is
Whoa. That's allowed out
shocker.
number 2. He swung well through his shoes.
Shocker.
Marchetta knows how to deal.
We had second and third, nobody out here. We are now with 2 to get out of here would be huge. Again, another momentum shifter if they get out of this.
That's K number 5 of the afternoon for Marchetta with 2 away. It's sent
In.
into the outfield. 1 run will score. Sedlecki will remain at third. An RBI single for the left fielder, Trey Martin, as Padua has gotten the run back they lost in the top half of the inning.
Nice piece hit by Trey Martin. Kept his head down, went with the pitch right up the middle. Didn't try to do too much. Nice line drive.
So far as well in this game, it's a strikeout battle. That's kind of weird. Padua, how many batters do you think they've struck out today from Holy Name?
Oh, gosh, if I had to guess, 3? 0.
0.
Fantastic.
Holy Name is 5 Ks. The pitch runs inside. Sank will keep it in front of him. I like that move, but as a catcher, you gotta be able to pick that one up where it left. I get the idea of going down, keeping it in front of you. It was low enough where a little bit of a turn may have been a strike.
With the runner at third, though, it's vital to keep it in front.
2-0 count quickly to begin this at bat on the shortstop, Zemla. Zemla, his first time up, had a base hit. Marchetta sets, delivers with runners at the corners. Fouled away to the right side into the parking lot.
Thank you, Tree.
Does not sound like we
Protecting
hit
the
a car.
Nope, the tree protected very nicely.
So now a 2-1 count on the 8-hitter, LeBron in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Takes him off. 3-1 count. There is action in the Holy Name bullpen. As Ragone warms them up, it could be a double change even. We'll let you know whoever is warming up in that bullpen whenever we know. The 3-1 count. Dom throws back, not in time. I'm going to guess from this angle it's Garrett Nemec warming up.
I believe it was Garrett.
Yep, that's number 12. Garrett Nemec in the bullpen for the Green Wave. Would not mind that change. Would not mind it. Here's the 3-1 from Dom. It's popped to the right side. It's playable. Masetta trails it and drops it. It's in and out of the glove. It'll be a full count. Padua giving another life as 4 hats fall off on that play. Marchetta's hat went down. Mikey's hat went down. Masetta's hat went down. And Mikeo's hat went down. 4 ninths of your team's hat going off. Actually, no, half, because Sank doesn't wear a hat. There you go. Runner goes. Dom's going to ignore it. He's standing in the middle. And now he's going to go take second base. The pitch. He's going to walk him. I like the move, though, from Dom. Even though it's a walk, you ignore it. I said it yesterday. I think my words, I stopped all my tracks of, Brendan, ignore it. I'm like, Brendan, just ignore the guy. He's going to do what he wants. You're giving him the base. It'll technically be a stolen bag for Martin. Maybe the least glorified one ever.
Well, they're trying to bait him into a throw, and you can't throw over, right? If you can get out of here with one run, everybody would be happy.
A win's a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win is a win.
To go from second and third with nobody out, if the Green Waves get out of here with one, only giving up one run, it's somewhat of a win.
Like a win's a win. If I get out of here being burned on less than 50% of myself, that's a win. Fouled into the glove of saying nothing in one count. Funny, last year we complained about the cold in this game. This year, about to have some sunburn. Just in time for Farmers Tan season, a.k.a. travel baseball. The pitch.
A little high.
This is high. One and one count.
Pitch count is getting up there. Look for a pitching change next inning.
Pitch from Masetta. Sees it on it. Ooh, just missing off the plate. Williams dugout trying to give him some encouragement. The warming up has stopped in the bullpen. Based on that, Mr. Ontko, it's a walk. He's done.
I believe he's...
That's a ball?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They call that a ball?
Yeah.
Whoa. 3-1 count. Thank you to Makai Williams on the on-deck circle for clarifying that. Appreciate it.
A little low.
3-1 count, the pitch. Finds a zone. It'll be a payoff pitch. Runners will go. Can Manny LeBron, the senior, get an RBI walk, RBI single, RBI something for his Bruins? It's 3-1. A big pitch. It's fouled away. LeBron will see it again. I think we had a car. I heard a thud. Someone's car definitely has a little bit of a dent in it. This is where we need to get a car insurance. We need to get a sponsor just to have car insurance. The payoff pitch. Lined into the outfield. That will score one. It clips off of Nemeth. It will score two for the Bruins. A 2-out, 2 RBI single from Manny LeBron gives the Bruins a 5-1 lead. Nick Hoffner loving it. He's giving some high fives right there. He now has 4 runs to work with. Big hit. We said it in the last at-bat after he struck out. LeBron, he wants that base hit in what will probably be his final game against Holy Name. 2 RBIs as well to his name. As we go back to the top to Makai Williams, who's batting for the 3rd time in 3 innings. A walk, stolen base, and a base hit. The pitch. It's popped up, skied, and out of play. Tree just got clipped. Now, nothing in 1 count to begin the 3rd at-bat of the game for Williams. We're back at the top. Runners at 1st and 2nd for the Bruins. Goes outside on the curve. You can tell Dom's getting tired at this point. The first 2 innings, throwing 21 in the first 2 innings. And now at this point, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32 pitches this inning. As that one misses low.
What do you got today?
He's nearing 80. Nemec will probably come in next inning.
I'd like to see Coach come out and talk to Dom for a minute. Slow the game down a little bit, give him a little break.
It worked wonders for Freisel yesterday.
Yeah, I'd like to see Coach come out here.
That's nice.
The pitch from Masetta. It's sent into left center field, in between short and center, and caught out straight away by Nemeth to retire the side, but not before the Bruins get 2 more on the board on an RBI single from Manny LeBron and an extra one from Trey Martin. It's 5-1, end of 3 in Berea as Nick Hoffner and co. get back to defense and Holy Name gets back on the sticks. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up in the top of the 4th inning at Baldwin Wallace. Holy Name down 5-1 to the Padua Bruins. Hoffner deals, line to the left side on the ground and out of the reach of the shortstop for a leadoff single from Dom Marchetta. Nice effort though from Zemla. Got to give him credit where credit's due, outstretching for it. But 1 pitch, 1 on.
Yeah, Zemla definitely made it interesting.
Marchetta after last inning threw 33 pitches, so that takes him to 75 total on the game. And for Hoffner, 32, that's his 33rd pitch of the game.
He's throwing well, keeping it close to the strike zone.
I believe a 42 pitch discrepancy.
Good command of his off-speed pitches.
Throwback not in time. Tag was right there from Sedlecki. Kind of let it right into that glove. So Hoffner on the first pitch of the inning gives up a hit. He deals again. Swing and a miss on one well out front of Nemeth. Gets him to swing. That's all he needs to do. Just get him to swing.
Catcher went chin to chest, kept the ball in front of him. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yuri's a hockey player. He's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Imagine if he played lacrosse for his Padua team. The throw is right there. Not in time. It looked bang, bang, but Marchetta barely back in. Okay, he dropped it as well. Once again, Hoffner had him beat.
Yeah. May have hit Dom in the ribs. May have. Off the bounce.
Marchetta bouncing at first. Throw right down the middle.
Nick's got to get his foot down. He's trying to guess, take a big swing, get the foot down, keep the hands back.
It's a 1-2 count. Leadoff man aboard. Holy Name needing 4. Hoffner looking in, delivers. Hits high and just misses the top of the zone. Attempting pitch, but left alone as it goes over to second base on the bad throw. That's why you back up the pitcher.
That is exactly why.
A lot of the best middle infielders, you'll see them, even the majors, kind of take a look on over there.
Yep.
But nonetheless, here we go. Once again, Nemeth, 2-2 count, the pitch. In the zone, it's sent into the stratosphere, goes just to the edge of the outfield. Zemla gets under it and retires Nemeth for out number 1. Good composure from him over at short, a trail behind him. And now that will send the 4-hitter, Joey Ragone, into the box for his second cut. So far today, a ground out to Zemla. Marchetta still standing on over at first. Hoffner nods, throws back, good throw on the money, but not in time.
He's had 3 nice moves on Marchetta's leadoff.
And once again, Nemec will get back up and throw a little bit with Sank. They're going over signs. It most likely will be the change. Marchetta goes, followed by Ragone, so he'll have to go right on back. For this Padua team, battling tough. It was a 2-1 game going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. Put 3 on Holy Name. That realistically, given how Holy Name has hit this year, could close the door.
You said earlier race to 5. You said that the team that got to 5, and that's going to be tough.
Safe once again. The most runs Holy Name has scored in a game this year was 5, and that was against U.S. Padua also did the same thing, scoring 5 against U.S. However, they gave up 8 opposed to 6. That U.S. game's still haunting Holy Name. Hoffner nods a couple times. Will slide. Just misses high, a big league take from Ragone, and once again it goes over to second base. Unfortunately, the wind is playing a little bit of a factor.
You got wind, you got sun today.
My neck is burnt, I can tell that much. Putting the collar up, the pitch. Runner goes, the throw from Bolina, it's on the money, the tag, it's there. He's safe, he gets around it. Call him Javi Baez. Dom Marchetta contortions to get in the scoring position. An excellent job from Dom. The tag was a gimme. He just got up and run around it.
It's a great slide, but what a quick release.
He's clearly safe.
Catcher with a perfect snap throw, but, you know,
you can see it from here. He just didn't apply the tag. The throw was there. The tag was originally, but Dom said, no, sir. Swing and a miss on Ragone.
That throw was fantastic.
It was picture perfect. And that's the point as a catcher. You just look over at your middle infield like, hey, man, what'd I do to you?
Yeah, and also what was fantastic? Dom Marchetta's slide. Perfect slide, Dom.
He's Javi Baez. We saw it yesterday, a couple contortion slides.
Yeah. You had to figure out a way to get your foot in there, and you did.
The pitch from Hoffner goes low, blocked by Bellina to prevent Marchetta moving. But not surprised, Marchetta went not a good enough lead, though. Clearly, he was dead.
Yeah. Just like to mention, Joey Ragone, team player, football season, switched to offensive line this
Left
year.
tackle.
He knew the team needed some extra linemen. Ends up starting at left tackle for us for this year. Did a nice job. Thank you, Joe Ragone. Good role model for the younger kids to see the unselfishness.
Gets Ragone swinging. That's the first K of the afternoon from Hoffner for out number 2.
Doesn't get the hit we wanted, but definitely appreciate your efforts in the football season.
And now here comes Holy Name's leading hitter, Brendan Preisel, up for his second cuts. Flew out to Williams in center a couple innings ago. Hoffner, after letting Dom get on, has 2 outs in a row. Misses high on the first pitch to the sophomore Preisel, 1-0 count. Masetta due up next for the green and white as he's in the on-deck circle taking his cuts. And Holy Name get a second run on the board to make it a 3-run game going into the bottom of the frame. Hoffner remains set and delivers. Framed by Bellina, not enough. You can hear the coach say, good miss. It was a good miss, just
there.
missing.
Yep. Good spot.
But a little bit of a different zone for each pitcher. Certain sweet spots, if it's found, everything's a strike.
It's supposed to change with the batter, though, right? Knees to numbers. In theory, that strike zone should change with a batter, but nobody goes by that anymore.
That has been a ball and strike on and off each time. Just depends. Right call still made.
To younger players, I definitely give the advice to do not argue or question umpires' calls. It doesn't help you in the future.
That one's down the pipe, no doubter.
That was right down the middle.
And as well, the thing that gets me is all the complaining. The ump's not going to favor you on the next call.
It does not help. Complaining does not help.
Take it on the chin and go to the next pitch.
And it ruins the game for everybody else.
That's what I believe it was LeBron did so well on one that Padua wasn't happy with. He went to the next at-bat. Lined into the outfield, almost caught. It's over Zemla's head. Dom is being set. It's past the center fielder, Williams. Preisel will trot on into second base on the air. Holy Name gets one of the runs back on an RBI single for Brendan Preisel.
There you go. Nice piece setting, Brendan. Foot down, hands back, drove through the ball, eyes on the prize.
Going to score that an RBI single as Marchetta was definitely home regardless of that throw.
Yeah.
Preisel getting the second was on the air.
Yeah.
So now Bellina will go and talk to Hoffner.
Yeah.
So that's the first earned run of the game, arguably. Now, it's the second run of the game. It just depends how he reached. Okay, no. 2 earned runs from Hoffner.
Nice piece hit by Brendan Preisel. Good student, good kid, good hitter.
Is it Connor or Brendan at this point? They're both playing really well. They both have played really well for Holy Name. The pitch. Masetta pops it up. It's shallow. Over to third. Palange gets it to retire the side, but not before Holy Name gets a run back courtesy of an RBI single from Brendan Preisel. Middle of 4 in Berea. Padua leads 5-2. New pitcher in for the Green Wave, sophomore Garrett Nemec in the bottom of the fourth with Palange, Belina, and Sedlecki due up for the Bruins. 5-2 Padua lead. First pitch of Nemec's day is fouled away, almost hitting a moving car. Nothing on at bat. Base hit and a ground out today for Lucas Palange, who's done a nice job today. Did not pitch yesterday, so he might come in and relieve this game at the end and close it out, depending on how things work out.
Yep. I imagine the score will indicate whether they bring in, or who they bring in.
If they do. Hoffner is still south of 50 pitches. I believe he's at 49 through 4. So he will be under 90 if it's just double what he's thrown already.
Notice right away that Garrett's hat stays on. Good for him.
There we go. The pitch from Nemec. Swing and a miss. As well for Don Marchetta, his day. 3 innings pitched. It'll be 5 earned runs, I believe. Something around there. 5 runs given up. We know that for a fact. Couple of hits. And then as well, 75 pitches. 3 innings.
I know Dom, it won't bother him. Dom will come out the next start. It won't bother him. He'll forget about it. He'll have that confidence to come out and be the number 1. And that's what you gotta like about Dom. Whether he has his A game or not, he has the confidence to know that next time out is a fresh start.
And the announcer's jinx has infected Garrett Nemec. His hat fell off after that pitch. Nemec getting back to work against Palange will deal. Chopped foul to the left side by the junior. So Belina going over talking to Hoffner for a quick second before he gets back to some on-deck cuts. Time back in. Nemec will come set, trying to get out number 1. The pitch. Curve. Ground ball right back up the middle towards Idlow. Gets low on it. Bobbles. The throw is just in time. Masetta stretch is able to do the business for out number 1 on the throw from towards Idlow.
Nice start for Garrett.
And a nice throw from towards Idlow to keep his composure, but an even better stretch from Masetta.
Palange can scoot.
And now here comes Yuri Belina. Just talking to him a quick second ago about the throwdown. Told him it was a great throw and that he's wanting to probably pent one up the middle to get out his anger. Signer looks pretty good right now. Nemec will come set. Here comes his first offering to Belina. Sees it in the zone, nothing in 1 count. And there goes the hat. Yesterday, Kell was on the mound for 2 innings, and then it turned on over to Masetta, who came in for 2 scoreless. So Hohenheim trying to recapture what they did yesterday. Nemec will set and deliver the 0-1. Curve, shot to the left side. Humanek takes it, or Preisel does, throws across, and
nice
Masetta
play,
stretches again for out number 2.
Brennan, nice play. To his left, sets up strong on the leg, gets a nice throw over. Nice play.
2 up, 2 down. Preisel flashing the leather as well. I believe he made the same exact throw to a tee yesterday.
Fantastic.
Now here comes the lefty Sedlecki in for his 3rd cut. So far, an RBI sacrifice fly out to center, and then a walk.
Love how he kept his composure, made the nice throw.
Nemec's first offering to the power hitter. Curves on in, nothing in 1 count to begin the at-bat. Sedlecki, a junior, one of the many called up this year to this varsity program. The pitch. Bounces on in. And as well, Padua and BW, closely intertwined programs. As former Bruin Matt Mascarino, a Strongsville kid at that, was a Padua player last year. Great pitcher for them. Went to BW and got some meaningful outings when they were the top team in Division III up there with John Hopkins. So congrats to Matt Mascarino, a survivor of SJJ. The pitch. Chopped foul.
Oof.
Don't think he wanted the bat there based on that head shake.
Yeah, a little self-defense swing, unfortunately. Ball's coming at your face like that. Hard to control your reaction.
But Padua, this baseball program, they have been good for years. They've had some down years, but always been around that 500 mark. Last year, 12 and 15. But when I was looking at that schedule last year, when you see 9-2 with a win next to it against St. Ignatius, Ignatius having a down year in their own right, but still, very impressive. The pitch from Nemec. Swing and miss. Gets Sedlecki swinging to retire the side. The Bruins go in order as we go to the fifth. Holy Name trailing by 3. Top of the fifth at BW. Torzillo, Alexic, and Frank do up for the Green Wave, who trail 5-2 to the Padua Bruins. First pitch of the inning, smoked up the gut for a base hit for Mikey Torzillo. So the trend continues. The first pitch of the inning has been hit each of the last 3 for the Green Wave, and Michael Alexic will step back into the box, trying to replicate what he did last time he was at the sticks.
We need on, over, and in. On, over, and in. Come on, Mikey.
So now, Frank, the tying run is in the on-deck circle for the Green Wave. You got to get one this inning.
Well, we got the runner on.
Hard to see if there's any action in the Padua bullpen. The pitch from Hoffner. Alexic trying to recreate it. He's on it, but just a little bit ahead of it. Nothing in 1 count. Alexic struggled to begin the year. All those struggles were let out in 1 swing of the bat. Throwback, not in time. Torzillo's body even may have bounced it back to Sedlecki. But nothing in 1 count here on the lefty. Torzillo over at first with none away. Hoffner nods and deals. Curves in, hits the top of that zone. Nothing in 2 count.
Try to move him over. Try to move him over.
By any means necessary. I would have even shown one on the first pitch. Or second pitch, really. Alexic calls time. We'll take a second to regather.
After that left center power shot, I don't know if you want to give up the bat after that bomb.
I say after, on the second pitch, I would have shown bunt. The pitch. Swing and miss. He gets Alexic swinging for out number 1. Triple last time, strikeout this time. The reason why I said on that second pitch you want to, I get it's a power hitter you have there technically after that swing. You gotta move the runner. There's one away, and now Frank, who had an RBI ground out last time up, looks to do something here with his third at bat of the afternoon. Throwback.
He had him leaning. He had him leaning.
Hoffner has been so close, but yet so far all afternoon.
He had him leaning there.
Hoffner trying to peer on in. One away, runner at first. Torzillo goes. Shot to the left side. Perfect swing. It's a swinging bunt. It will roll. Will it stay fair? It does! A swinging bunt for Harry Frank. Gets 2 on with 1 away. To quote Chris Collinsworth, now here's a guy who just had a chopped hit that looked like it was going to go foul. Third base, Palan saw it roll. Shortstop, Zelmo saw it roll. Hoffner came over to the watch party. Yeah. It didn't go foul.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Frank is having a good day. Now here comes Humanek.
It's a tough one. The Bruins did what they're supposed to do, wait for it to go foul. It just didn't go foul.
The tying run is at the plate. Hoffner will take a look back at Torzillo. He'll jog on back. And it also helped that Torzillo left when he did.
But it shows what a tough game baseball is. You can hit the ball super hard right at somebody and you get no reward, and there's a little nubber that you end up with the base hit. It's a tough game.
Speaking of just smack the ones, Sedlecki Had that one back in the first, ended up scoring
Yep.
a run, smacked.
Yep.
You also had a fly out from Brendan Preisel to
Yep.
Makai Williams
Yep.
in center.
Yep, yep. Take the hit any way, shape, or form.
We said it a couple times, a win's a win. Hoffner to take a couple looks over at second deals. Popped up out of play from Humanick. Humanick so far in the afternoon, 1 for 2 with the base hit back in the first.
I like the way he kept his hands back, trying to take that to right field, going with the pitch.
Can Hoffner get back to dealing one away on the strikeout from Alexic? The pitch. Curves, it's popped up, it's playable in no man's land. Humanick to leg it out. It's caught by Hoffner. Pitcher fielding play for out number 2 as Hoffner is starting to feel his groove once again. I believe it was technically an infield fly. That's why Humanick did not run. Now stepping into the box is Garrett Nemec hitting for Marchetta.
Once again, call to anybody out there. If you want to be an umpire referee, please sign up. Go to the training courses. We need you.
You need to be good.
Everybody wants to complain about them, but nobody
Pitch.
wants to step up to the plate and do it. We need people who want to do it, do the best they can. That's what everybody's trying to do.
Nemec trying to settle on in. Did well on the mound. Marchetta on the day, 1 for 2 as he exits the game. Can Nemec get an RBI to help his cause? Goes low and misses in the dirt
eye, good
as
eye.
the 2 o'clock bells hit.
Good eye, good eye.
Hoffner will take a second to regather himself. Has 2 of the outs he needs. He will set. Take a look over at towards Zidlow at second base. The pitch. Leaves it upstairs. Good take. 3-0 count on Nemec. With Nemeth waiting the on-deck circle. If there was ever a time for him to get that double he had last year against the Bruins, it would be now. 3-0. Throwback. Got him lacking.
There you go.
Runners will go. It could be
There
a
you
run.
go.
He's sending him towards Zidlow will go. He will score. It's 5-3. And now the run that would make it a 1-run game, and Harry Frank is over at third. Once again, a wayward throw from Hoffner leads to a run. Good base running. It's 5-3. Hohenheim still in this game. A poke makes it 5-4. So now the go-ahead run is in the box and has a chance to do something. It's ball 4.
Nice
Runners at the
block.
corners, 2 away. Bolina prevents the 4th run of the game.
Nice block. Chin to chest, moving to his right. Nice job keeping it in front of him, because that is a run if it goes past.
Here he comes. Cameron Regazza will pinch run as courtesy. Time call. It'll be a mound visit. I believe the way Coach Masetta is using Cam here is as a courtesy runner. I think he might be able to come back in and run again. I don't know.
Watch Nick 14. He's been dropping his hands the first 2 at bats. He's got to keep his hands through the zone. Watch
And here
him
comes
to
some
not
adjustments
drop
being
his
made to
hands.
him. It's going
Yep.
to be talked to.
Yeah.
He just if he can get that double that he had against Padua last year, it would tie this game up for Gazzo over at first base easily.
Yeah. Dear Nick, don't drop your hands.
It's Nick versus Nick. It's a big at-bat. It's a big at-bat. Hohenheim got 1 back that they needed. It's still a 2-run game. It's the top of the 5th. They don't need to get it all back here, but with a man at third base, you need to make it a 5-4 game. You almost have to. Hoffner back on the bump after the mound visit. What's due up here? The pitch. Ground ball left side. It's
There you
through
go.
for a base hit. RBI single from Nick Nemeth. It's 5-4. Regazzo going. He is being sent. He will be at third. It's a double for Nick Nemeth with the tying run 90 feet away. Man, oh man, we have a ball game. Welcome back, Nick Nemeth. And now Joey Ragon with a poke can tie the game up.
Yeah, you'd like to be able to see the senior Joey Ragone after having a nice football season to come through big here in baseball.
He's done it on this field before. Can he do it against Hoffner? The pitch. Left high, 1-0 count. Due up next is Brendan Preisel. If Ragone can do his job.
You got sitting at third, you got Mr. Ragazzo from St. Ambrose. At the plate, Joey Regrone from St. Ambrose. Thank you, Brunswick, St. Ambrose, for sending us good kids.
2-0 count now. Misses high on Regone.
Holy Name and Padua are very fortunate to get a lot of great kids from St. Ambrose.
Credit to them and all that they do. Bob Steck in the fest. The pitch from Hoffner. That was the pitch, but just missing. 3-0 count.
Yeah. And Father Steck's right-hand man.
I believe his brother was the president of Padua.
Mr. Jake Bahari, the right-hand man of the fest as well.
Here we go. It's a 3-0 count. It will load the bases. Finds a zone.
Yep.
I like the idea of looking at it. In this point in the game, would that have been a cut you take on a 3-0?
At this point, no, but now at 3-1, I got one picked out right here, and I'm going to pull a rib cage. I'm also swinging so darn hard. He's picking one out and trying to give it a ride.
The pitch.
There you go.
High.
There you go.
Bases are loaded with 2 outs for Brendan Preisel, the sophomore. It's a big time. Padua coaching staff on the edge of their seats. They're looking at Hoffner. They'll keep him in for this batter.
Preisel's hit the ball well today.
But
Played
can he
well
do it
in the
again?
Field. Can he do it again? Again, baseball's tough.
Can Hoffner settle in? Can Preisel give Holy Name their first lead of the afternoon? Hoffner comes set on the bump. The pitch. Curves in, finds the zone. Hoffner, a gutsy pitch. Nothing in 1 count.
And that's why you're pitching in college, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Bases loaded. You feel comfortable enough to throw the curveball.
First pitch, too.
First pitch, yep. That's the confidence you want to see.
The pitch. Sent into right field in no man's land. It falls for a base hit. Tie game. Rounding. It is a Holy Name lead. 6-5 as Nevis slides in no man's land is Regone. He will retreat to third. It is a 2 RBI single for Brendan, the main man Preisel. The Preisel lineage continues. It's pandemonium for the green and white.
Brendan Preisel having himself a day. Sophomore, the puppy hitting well, playing well.
It is 6-5. Here comes Padua's coaching staff again. This could do it for Hoffner. But Brendan Preisel continues the Preisel gene, and Holy Name leads 6-5. It is a 4-run inning. Hoffner will be relieved. We will have a pitching change. A standing ovation for Nick Hoffner. He deserves it. He pitches hard out today, but he will go. It will be a pitching change for the Bruins. We'll step aside here for a brief moment as the call to the bullpen has been made. Holy Name trailed by as many as 4, now leads 6-5, and it will be an unnamed man on the varsity roster going to pitch. How you spell? The pitcher now in for the Bruins is sophomore Chase Bart. As he looks to settle things down with runners at the corners, Holy Name 6-5 lead. Masetta bobbles, and he catches it. It's a PFP to retire the side on 1 pitch. but not before Holy Name can add 4 runs. It is 6-5 going into the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, it's 6-5. We're starting to get some tensions here in the Holy Name Padua rivalry. But here we go. Nemec, the pitch. Down low, 1-0 count.
Low start.
We haven't heard much of the benches all day. We're going to hear them plenty now. It's going to be a loud atmosphere to close out this game.
Yeah, because it's interesting. Baseball is a game that allows for a lot of talking, you know, talking to your teammates, calling out outs and stuff like that.
So 2-0, is it a balk? They call it a balk, so now it's 2-0 count. In the box is low, then DeJeter and Martin do up this inning for the Bruins. It looks like we'll have a pinch hitter over in the next spot. Goes past Sank, 3-0 count. That pinch hitter will be Logan Schnell, the junior. But man, things are getting interesting here. An 11-run thriller so far.
I agreed with you that 5 was the magic number. I'm a little shocked.
It almost should have been. 3-0.
There you go.
Finds the corner. You could tell he thought that was a ball the way he swung the bat, but still 3-1 low. So far in the afternoon, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out over to third base. But he made a couple nice plays out in the outfield today, so not a bad day at the office for the senior. The pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. The leadoff man aboard, and the go-ahead run now steps into the box in junior Logan Schnell. He relieved DeJeter, who was 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. Do you like the pinch hit move in the bottom of the 5th?
Something tells me 12's a burner. Something tells me he's got speed. Possible bunt, but I'm guessing 12 is legit speed.
You can use some speed with the man who had an RBI on his last at-bat, Trey Martin, in the on-deck circle. The pitch. It's popped up. It's playable.
Find the fence.
Sank and Masetta go for it.
Find the fence.
And Masetta had it in the basket and lost it. Out of play anyways, as you can hear it. BW an interesting field the way the dugout works. That's one of the things that the coaches talk about in the long coaches meeting they had before the game of this is where foul territory is. You have the same thing for softball at John Bosco. Just there's no fence down the line.
Things got interesting.
Things did get interesting. Freisel peering on in, comes set. Takes a good old second on the mound. And time called. Schnell owning the box, and I like that move though. I like that move from Nemec. It's 12 versus 12. Schnell wanted to call time and regather himself. And coming into the game, in this situation, a pinch hit, I don't blame him at all. I like the move. Play within the parameters of the game. I think you agree, Mr. Ontko. If the game allows it, do it.
I agree. I like the kids. I like his first swing. He's aggressive. He doesn't seem like the moment's too big.
Nemec, runner goes, Sank, the throw, is it in time? Not in time, it skips past towards Idlow. The tying run is in scoring position for the Bruins. An excellent steal over at second base by Matt Lowe. So now 1-1 count.
1-1.
An excellent time for his first time on base, though.
All you need is a ground ball to the right. Ground ball to the right moves the runner over.
And Masetta playing on that corner of the grass. He'll creep in a couple more steps. Torzello needs to be ready to move over at second. The pitch. Makes this high, 3-1 count. I'm not in for stressful situations, but looking at Holy Name's bench, you have to try and maybe think you might want to warm up an arm. Get Ragone in the game. Or at least warming up. The pitch.
I'll just say as a sophomore, if you see somebody warming up, you might feel a little bit extra pressure. I think by not warming up, says my coach has confidence in me. I'm not saying that's what he's thinking. It's what he could be thinking, right?
If this is a walk, you have to start thinking about that. You can't let the game get out of hand. I can also see Masetta getting in and just a first baseman switch. The pitch.
There you go.
Finds the zone. Get right pitch for Nemec. He needed it.
It's a great comeback pitch.
The 3-2 count. A big pitch incoming from the sophomore and a big moment against the junior Schnell. Can Nemec get out number one to the bottom of the fifth for the green and white? The payoff. It's blocked by Sank. 2 walks in a row from Nemec. As it's 2-1, none away for Trey Martin, who already has an RBI single to his name. And time being called. Sank will go and talk to Nemec. Once again, our coverage this coming week, Monday and Tuesday, as Holy Name will host Lakewood in softball at John Bosco, 5 p.m. first pitch tomorrow evening. And then on Tuesday, Holy Name baseball's home opener against the Lakewood Rangers, 5 p.m. first pitch. To stay updated on all the games that we are covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all the Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notification to be notified when we go live. Now in steps Trey Martin, the left fielder. So far today, 1 for 2, RBI single and a stolen base to his name. He can use another RBI right now. Bruin faithful, who is in here aplenty, would go crazy. Bunt being shown, pulls back, blocked by Sank. Keeps it in front of him.
Nice block.
He has saved a couple runs in this game just by his blocking alone. You need a good defensive catcher. Everyone hates on Austin Hedges because he can't hit to save his life. You need a defensive catcher.
Yeah, but he can call a game. He can call a game and he can block pitches.
Reason why he gets paid the big bucks to do it in the majors. Bunt being shown, pulled back.
He knows how to call a game.
2-0 count. And for Sank in a big situation for his own. He's done really well. The 2 games that he's played in his varsity career that I know of, at Crushers and at BW against your arch rival. 2 pressure situations. The pitch, bump being shown, pulled back, down the middle. That's 2-1 count.
There you go.
We're getting these get-right pitches. Nemec so far at each of these at-bats, I believe, 2 for 3 on going 2-0 down on the count. Maybe 1 at-bat he didn't.
This is a big one here. He's going to try and get the bunt down.
2-1 count, so everything's in favor of Martin.
Got to get out here with an out.
You got to get an out. Lead runner preferably. Bunt being shown, pulled back, in the zone, evens up at 2-2. First base coach not too happy. Martin asking where it missed.
A lot of unhappy people.
It's a Sunday of baseball. It could be a lot worse.
Yep, yep. Imagine where else you could be and what else you could have. Enjoy the day. Play baseball.
Carpe diem.
Play baseball.
That's not the translation. The 2-2. I can call a balk?
Yeah.
And it is a balk. Nemec confused. Coach Masetta also wants an explanation. So now the tying run 90 feet away with none away. And now he's asking, and now Padua fans are getting some more answers to him too. The full count, Coach Masetta getting an explanation along with Garrett. A lot of confusion in this game.
A lot of happy people.
A lot of chirping too.
A lot of unhappiness.
Some chirping's fine, but when you hear people in the stands making crying noises at a sophomore in high school, I mean, come on, man.
It's,
in the major leagues, that's one thing, but this is a high school game.
Enjoy the game.
Kid's 16, don't know if he can drive or not.
Enjoy the game.
Mr. Ontko, do you know if Garrett can drive?
I don't know. I don't have him in class. He's one of the few 12 sophomores that I do not have. Miss Sugar has Garrett. I wish I had Garrett.
Either way, the 3-2.
There you go.
And Garrett has a strikeout looking on Trey Martin for out number one.
There you go.
Allowed out number one.
There you go.
And now it goes into the number 8 hitter, Zach Zemla, the senior. A walk and a base hit. He's reached both times today thus far. Can he do it again? A poke would most likely give the Bruins back the lead. Nemec has one under his belt. First K of the game for Garrett. Or correction, that'll be his second. The pitch. High 1-0 count. Just try to settle in.
Yeah, don't try to overthrow. Don't try to overthrow. Stay within yourself. Put in the zone, make them hit it. Defense has played well today.
Nemec will set. Now the delivery.
Well, high.
Big league take. 2-0 count. Can't lose him here. It'll be Manny LeBron, the second baseman in the on-deck circle, had an RBI single that produced 2 runs his last time off.
Yeah, LeBron looked very comfortable last time up.
The pitch from Nemec. Hit foul to the right side and hits a tree. And actually remains in the ballpark.
Thank you, Tree.
The exit velo from the tree looking a little shaky.
Thank you, Tree. Couple of nice SUVs, thank you.
A lot of damage. Can Padua get some damage of their own? The pitch. And it's going to be a balk to tie the game. Here come the Bruins. It's 6-6 as Matlow trots on home. So it's 6-6. That's the go-ahead run now is at third. Coach Masetta going now to the other to get a call. Is he not taking enough time to come set? Now you see Preisel trying to figure out what it is over with Humanick and towards Zidlow. Mr. Ontko, what are you seeing in the balk?
He is moving his left foot. He's tapping his left foot.
The left foot.
Tapping his left foot.
You can't do that. You can tap the left foot until you come set. But if you do it again, that's a balk.
Correct.
Now his argument, he's done it every time. That's only a fickle argument then. There you go. Well, should there have been more balks?
Correct, correct.
So Coach Masetta gets it. He gives the instruction of what he's doing. Sometimes it's a subconscious thing. But Holy Name cannot balk the go-ahead run home. That would be an awful way to go down. In the next inning, it'll be towards Zidlow, Alexic, and Frank due up for the green wave. We are around 2 hours into this game, and this game shows no signs of stopping. The Bruins might have a combined 6 hours of baseball in 2 days. Less than 24 hours, mind you. Nemec came at the work. The foot is still the pitch. Runner goes to give Padua the lead. The wild pitch gives the Bruins back the lead. 7-6 as the pinch hitter Logan Schnell trots out back to the dugout being mobbed. It's Padua lead. So now Garrett will go back and pick up his hat. An error just on the wild pitch. Bases empty. So Zemla now, no ducks on the pond. It's 7-6 Padua working back into this game. Regardless of the winner of this game, this has been a cinematic event. And he loses them. Another walk. Third walk of the inning, as now an insurance run is on first. Sank will go and talk to Nemec for a second as he walks him on back. We go back to the top of the lineup after this batter.
You can't get frustrated as a pitcher. You pitch, you pitch, you pitch. You work on your mechanics, you keep throwing strikes, you forget about it 3 seconds later. Right? Don't worry about it. You just keep throwing. Next pitch, next pitch, next pitch.
The goal right now for Nemec is to get out of the inning. I do not see him coming back in for the 6th. Who do you go to?
I think it depends upon what the score is here after this inning.
I feel like Masetta could be, it's a like for like change. You don't have to waste a substitute on it. I could also see Ragone, but then your DH is done. That would make the most sense.
Did you say league game tomorrow?
League game tomorrow.
League game tomorrow has an impact, right?
This is the rivalry game. Runner goes, bunt being shown, sank the throw, it's there, but not in time. A little high, as now Zimla is in scoring position. Don't know if they call it a ball or a strike. It's either 0-1 or 1-0. 0-1 count. Runner in scoring position, 1 away. Nemec takes a look back over behind his back a couple times. Humanek working over there, the pitch. Trail sank out to get it, 2-0 count. You don't want to have to pull the sophomore, but this is a walk, you kind of have to. Nemec had a great 4th, the 5th, Padua getting to him. Now this might be a race to 10. The pitch, curves, blocked by Sank, runner goes, the throw is not in time! A stolen base on the delay gets Padua within 90 feet of a 2-run lead. Nice job by Zemla to read the down angle and get on over on the base path. Every high school coach preaches that you got to read the down angle.
Yeah, and that one didn't bounce far away, but you got the momentum, you got the 1-run lead, being aggressive.
LeBron waiting for the pitch from Nemec. Misses high on him.
Missing high. Missing high.
And there he goes, Joey Ragone going to the bullpen. Stibley as well will make his way on over, just probably for moral support.
You miss high when you try to overthrow.
The pitch. Blocked by Sank. As runners at the corners. Another walk. You got to have a mound visit right now. If you have it in the bag, you got to use it. It's runners at the corners. And with Kai Williams, who so far today is 1 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base, you got to have a mound visit. Still be for moral support. What I mean by that is going out there and make sure there's no balls that go into play. But nonetheless, you got to have a mound visit right now.
I agree. Mound visit would help.
Nemec will deal to Williams, his 4th time around. Bunt being shown, pulls back. Runners both in scoring position. I believe it's how he went.
Well.
Ball. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Did not pull back in time. A poke would blow this game open. It's 7-6 right now, but a 9-6 game might be too much for Hoyne to have to come back from. Nemec will set. Still only 1 out, courtesy of the strikeout a couple batters ago. It's lined to left side. Oh, the Humanek's glove. 1 run will score. Rounding to attempt is LeBron. He goes back. It'll be an RBI single nonetheless from Kai Williams, who is now 2 for 3. He smoked it. Make it 8-6 with a 3-run lead 90 feet away. We're back to runners at the corners. I'm kind of surprised they didn't send them. You're leading by 2. Why not try to make it 3?
You don't want to make that. You don't want to take the bat. You got your 2nd, 3rd, 4th hitters up. Probably don't want to take the bats out of their hands.
Going into this inning, the game was 5-2. Add 7 runs onto it in this inning. You double the runs total. Runner goes, swing and miss, Sank will double pump.
Nice pitch.
And now 2 are in scoring position once again with a double-digit run standing at second. There'll be a Palange in the box to deal with this. 1 for 3 with the single back in the first. And then it'll go back to Yuri Bolina, who already has a base hit to his name, also 1 for 3. Nemec will set and deliver. Second creep, swing and a miss. Maybe got a little bit of contact. There you go. 0-2. Garrett needs a loud out, number 2. It's a pressure situation. It's an 0-2 count, 1 away on the junior Palange. The pitch from Nemec. Curves, blocked by Sank once again, prevents the run.
There you go. Nice job, Nathan.
Both of these catchers done an excellent job today. Bolina blocking, and so has Sank.
Yep.
Without them 2 behind the dish, it might be a 12-8 game.
Yeah, there's a lot of space back there. Both catchers have done a nice job blocking.
Now a 1-2 count. Torzidlo stopping his creep. Will go on back to his natural position. Mixes off the plate. 2-2 count. If you're Garrett, you cannot lose him at this point. Be aggressive, but also at the same time, you don't want to get shelled. Sank will go and call a mound visit of his own, gathering the infield.
Yeah, and you got to keep in mind, you don't need to try and throw it 85, 90 miles an hour. You need to let him put it in play and let your defense make a nice play.
I like the move as well, and inadvertently, it also gives Ragone time to warm up out in the right field bullpen. Ragone had an excellent outing here last year against North Olmsted, but the story of that game, Mr. Ontko, no run support. He was his first hit, and that was in the 5th inning.
Oh, jeez.
Ended up being a 4-0 defeat to North Olmsted. Luke Korber throwing the 7-inning shutout for the Eagles. We will see him again in early May. 2-2 count. 1 away on the junior Palange. And we'll have to wait another second here. It's a pressure situation for both guys. If Palange hits this one in the outfield, that might book it. Nemec will set a big pitch. It's 2-2, 1 away. The delivery. Makes it high. What was once 0-2 has turned to 3-2. Palange has been patient and is making Garrett Nemec work extremely hard. If the bases are loaded, Yuri Bolina will have a chance to do some real damage. Nemec will set a big payoff. Here it comes. It just misses off the plate. It will be ball 4. The 3rd walk in the last 4 at-bats. Make it the 5th walk of the inning as the bases are juiced for Bolina. Is it Yuri time? He's swinging. I'll tell you that much. He's not going to bunt. He's going to swing.
Yeah.
You got to let Bolina swing.
Pick a spot out. Yeah, he's got to pick a spot out and give it a ride.
Whole inning needs to get out of the inning. Because when you have Spencer Sedlecki on deck, it's going to the outfield. The pitch from Nemec. Off the plate, 1-0 count. 5th ball in a row. Nemec needs a get-right pitch. He needs it now. We're going still chucking in the bullpen. 8-6 Padua lead with 3 on the bases. It's popped up just a bit under it.
He had some bad intentions on that one.
Almost hits a fan. Baseball is the most interactive sport for a reason. Nonetheless, evens up the count at 1-1 as we are officially at the 2-hour mark. So 5 hours combined of baseball in the last 24 hours for these Padua Bruins. Nemec sets, delivers. Same miss. 1-2 count.
He's on it.
If he just gets on that baseball, he's going with the Josh Johnson approach. Get under that ball, tell him no. It'd be a big hit for Bolina, the senior. He's done it in other contests to Pauline and Padua. Can he do it one more time in the Parma Holy War? Nemec, 1-2 count on the senior. His delivery. Curves on in. It clips him.
He didn't move, though. He didn't move.
Same elbow.
No, they're giving the base.
Hit by pitch, RBI. So the RBI hit by pitch makes it 9-6. Coach Masetta will walk on out to get an explanation. He didn't move.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, you don't move, but you have to make the decision as the umpire. You know, that's a tough call for anybody to make.
Both of them were called correctly. The first one, the right call was made. The second one, the right call was made.
I agree as well.
I don't know what he thought he hit.
I agree as well.
You could tell it's the elbow. The bat now I see, but the way he was choked up on the bat, or lack thereof choking up on the bat, it did not hit the bat.
Yeah.
Coach Masetta will go and talk to Garrett. It could be a mound visit. It could pull him. He's arguing his case for that pitch. It'll be Masetta, Nemec, and Sank as Masetta sends Masetta away. Pitcher, catcher, and coach meeting. Once again, we'll be back on tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. at St. John Bosco as Holy Name takes on Lakewood in softball. And Tuesday, as Holy Name has their home opener in baseball against Lakewood. To stay updated on all the games we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay updated on all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Our goal is to get to 1,500 subscribers by the time that I'm handed my diploma and told to go leave school. I've said it differently many different times. I believe I also said it, Miss Chris hands me the diploma and says scram. Been told kick rocks. I've said it many different ways. We're trying to think of the most entertaining way to dumb down graduation.
If you would like to stick around for another year, we'd love to have you. However, we do think it's time for you to move on to bigger and better things.
Mount Union next year. Let's ride.
Yes. We have thoroughly enjoyed you and your family, your coverage, your broadcasting in the classroom on the athletic field, but you know, 4 years, right? Ready to move on and see what happens next.
I've paid my dues.
You have paid your dues. And again, thank you very much to your family in supporting all of your endeavors.
Here's the pitch from Nemec. Finds the corner, gets a pitch to fall in the zone. In all seriousness, it's been one heck of a ride here. I mean, there's still a month left, but at this point next month, finals are basically over.
Yep.
They are over.
Yep. Middle of April, senior year. It's going to go in a blink of an eye.
The senioritis is real.
Yep.
Nemec will come set and deliver.
But
Ground ball hit up the gut. Nemec, it's the out at home.
He caught it and they went to throw it.
That's the right call. He is out. He caught it and then broke.
Yep.
It's out number 2. They're saying one good call. He broke.
Easy.
Broke. Look at
easy.
that.
He caught it, dropped it on the
go.
throw. Instead of a double play, it's one out. Yep.
2 away.
Dropped it on the transfer. We got the one out.
Hearing the word snow cone transfer might have been the greatest explanation I've ever heard. It's the finest line in OHSAA. What is a catch? It's worse than in NFL. No one knows. It's just on the transfer. It's tough. It's a tough call to make. It's the right call to make.
Yeah,
like I said,
it was
what
on
did I
the
say
transfer.
pregame? One of the two teams will be out there with pitchforks by the end of the game.
Yep.
Followed behind by low. Nothing on count. But really, in Holy Name Padua, in my time, this has been the diciest it's been. You really haven't heard this much. You really not had that much talking.
Right. You got to be reasonable and understanding. Everybody's trying their best. The coaches, the umpires, they're trying their best. People make mistakes. Nobody does it maliciously. And you have to understand, it's okay. We're people who make mistakes. It's all right. Live to see another day. Enjoy something about the day.
There's a reason why Ernest Biner wrote a book, Everybody Fumbles.
And to see at the parade the reception that Ernest Biner got when the Cavs won the NBA championship was one of the greatest moments of that parade.
Nemec trying to get out of this jam. Pitches to the senior low. Nice curve, just misses. But as well, it's funny. If you hear the voices behind us, you would think, oh, man, there's no support between either of these schools. However, when you look at reposting from other schools, Padua ranks number 1. I don't think any school has reposted my content or Holy Name Broadcasting's content more than these Bruins.
Oh, well, after the game, all these guys will hug and talk and laugh and have a good time.
Played on out, foul. It's the Crown Conference, them and Lake Catholic.
Yep.
Lou West is up there.
Yep.
Got my guys from the basketball team. Yep. A lot of good schools do a great job reposting. And yesterday, St. V is a very warm reception for both games.
Yeah.
And as well, stay tuned to my socials for post-game interviews, depending which team wins.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I have a friend, Angelo Gasparo, who coaches over at Padua, and he has a ninth grader, and my ninth grader, Tommy Ontko, at Holy Name. It's been a pleasure to just share, you know, different lacrosse games, football games, and stuff like that, because we really are rooting for each other's kid and each other's school, just not today when you're playing each other.
Like Father Damian Ferentz with his buddy McCarthy.
Yeah.
It was funny. In that game, the kid, I don't think had 0 points. He then hits a game winner in the playoffs.
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to Father Damien. He will have another son of Holy Name next year at this time in Chris Catone. The pitch from Nemec. It is sent into the stratosphere in center. Nemeth had a bad bounce on it. He will go and retrieve it to retire the side, but not before the Bruins match the 4 runs from Holy Name. It's 9-6, heading into the 6th inning, also to play for, but Padua in the driver's seat.
We did not see that inning coming. For the Namers and for the Bruins, wow.
Stay tuned. Top of the 6th inning. If you tuned off for the last half hour, we had 8 runs in the 5th inning alone. The pitch, lined by Torzidlo, another first pitch single from Mikey Torzidlo, get the 6th going for the Green Wave. Did the same thing last time up, last inning. New pitcher in for the Bruins as Makai Williams, the center fielder, is now on the pitch.
We have a pinch hitter now with Josh Kell.
So Cal will hit for Alexic. Interesting choice.
Lefty righty.
Lefty righty. You got to get something. The tying run is now on deck in Harry Frank. Hardy cut, nothing in 1 count to begin the at-bat on Josh Cal. Cal, the senior, transferred in from Ignatius his freshman year. Him along with J.R. Sastry and Messina are the Ignatius transfers of the group. Cal a couple years ago, and then Messina and Sastry this year. Williams comes set, takes an eye on towards Zidlow. There's another look. And he will step off, take a second here. I don't mind him slowing down this game. You gotta make the batter overthink. If you can get Keller to overthink, it's gonna be out number 1, pretty easily. The pitch, bump being shown, doesn't get it down. The throwback, a dime, not in time. Towards Zidlow, lucky Belina, another missile sent down. Just skipped 1 too many times. But you gotta be giving credit to Yuri Belina on every single one of these. She is playing like an all-star behind the dish. He did last year too. Are we surprised at all? No. It's Yuri Belina. Now Padua's coach is gonna go talk to the official, the ump behind, get a call. Well, still, oh geez, up there goes my phone for the temperature. Can't get any other score updates of things around the grounds. And And now this is time to put the phone below the desk. Gotta love it, phone overheating. It's one of the beautiful things about spring and summer sports, doing a broadcast. We did the Padua game in 2022 from a cell phone. We did pregame, cut after 10 minutes due to cell phone overheating. But luckily our huddle guy, Mr. Brian Davis, had some ice in his car. So we went out to his car, got a bag of ice, threw it on the phone, and we were able to go on with the iconic pregame show, myself and Damian Webb, where we iconically said, we don't like those guys about Padua, and had a dirty look or two from the coaches. In actuality, we do not hate Padua. Surprisingly, it's a great rivalry.
It is, and you want the winner to do well. You know what I mean? If you lose to Holy Name, if you lose to Padua, you want the other team to do well to reflect that you lost to a really good team in the rivalry game.
And as well from a media standpoint, look at Holy Name and Padua. Yeah, two of the best schools for producing local guys.
And my friends who have had students go to both schools or coached at both schools talk about really good kids.
You got two here today taking pictures. You also got shot by David. Can't forget about him. He's the main one. I believe over 2,000 followers on social media. Shop Davis on a lot of things. And then from Holy Name, you got myself, and you got TG. Tommy DeJesus. He's done a lot of good stuff. See a lot of the mixtapes. Basketball guys like Max Baldwin post. A lot of it is from him. And Mr. Ontko, in this age of social media, obviously I don't know how much of it you see. What are your thoughts on this kind of new thing of just a bunch of these freelance photographers in the sport? How does it enhance it?
I think as a parent, if you can get your hands on a picture of a big moment in your daughter or son's sporting career, it's pretty exciting.
That's why Josh Kell's mom has a camera over there.
They're trying to get a great picture, but for the family members, it's something that they'll remember forever. Because you don't get to play forever. You know, you get to play for your grade school, your high school. Most people don't play in college, but they have those moments captured, you know, are very important.
Followed away by Kel.
I always appreciated Mr. Schieferstein taking all those pictures in lacrosse. You know, just great pictures of my John and other players, John's friends. You know, you have them forever. And then you put them up at your wake and funeral, right? And then that's what's hanging up at the wake and funeral.
What a pitch! Oh man! A curveball of dreams from Akai Williams for a loud out number one. Man, oh man, the command. The crowd was silent. Oh man, it's a big league curve.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do on that one.
Runner goes, Frank up the gut. What a snag! Can they get two? And no one is out. The throw was there but bobbled as towards Zidlow guts it out and gets on. So now the tying run is back at the plate. So now it goes to Humanek. Can he live up to his nickname of Hemi Humanek? But go back to that strikeout on Josh Kell. Akai Williams, whoa man.
You cannot blame Josh Kell for that one.
Did not know he had that one in the back locker.
Yeah, you tip your cap. When somebody throws a great pitch like that, you just tip your cap.
Gotta respect. 2 hours and 15 minutes into this contest. The pitch. Ground ball left side. This could be two. The throw across the diamond is in time to get one. So now it's two away, but Humanek moves up the runners 90 feet. But nice throw across the diamond from Padua. Palange kept his composure for out number two. He did the right thing. Padua wanted to turn two.
Yep.
If you don't think you can get that runner at second, you don't try in this point in the game. Because then you'd have Marchetta, who's back in. That looks like he's going to flip on and off with Nemec, or actually just become the DH again since Nemec's out.
Yeah, I don't think it came hard enough off the grass to turn two. That was the right play at first.
It's the reason why Palange is making a good career for himself at Padua. Has to have a plethora of colleges looking at him, just the way he's played over the last 2 years alone. And as well, speaking of Padua, got to give a shout out to Jacob DeLiba. Got injured, I believe, either at Myrtle Beach or just before leg injury. He's not going to play again in high school sports. One heck of an athlete. We saw him in soccer. Shout out to you, Jacob. He's actually here today, so respect to him for gutting it out and joining his team for each of these games.
Yep, and best wishes on recovery, right? Healthy recovery.
Williams takes a look over at second base and deals. Foul.
Good cut, good cut.
Marchetta got a piece. It's a good cut.
Good cut.
You need to put this ball in play, and you need to get 1 or 2 runs home. That's the goal. And then Dom can zoom around the base path and let Nemeth get set up. But so far today, Marchetta is 1 for 2 with a stolen base and a pop-out.
Keep your head down, keep your eyes on it, keep your hands back. Kid's got a nice curveball.
Williams takes a couple looks and deals. Curves inside, runs a little bit too far, evens it up at 1-1. For Padua in the next inning, it will be Martin, Zemla, and LeBron due up next.
And we expect to see Joey Ragone coming in relief.
The pitch from Williams, foul behind, 1-2 count. A big pitch incoming from Makai Williams. So 1-2 count, 2 ducks in scoring position on the pond. Can the lefty Marchetta help out whoever goes in to pitch and have their job be just that much easier? Or can Williams preserve the Padua 3-run advantage? This Padua crowd would go nuts if he strikes out Marchetta. It's popped up. It's playable. Molina right in front of us. It's caught by Molina on the dive to retire the side. Yuri Molina with the web gem preserves Padua's 3-run advantage going into the bottom of the 6th. Yuri's has some excellent throws and finally gets the web gem he has earned. Middle of 6th, Holy Name trails by 3.
Tough play.
Holy Name's defense playing Ring Around the Rosie or a Chinese fire drill, moving around. Let's see the damage. Right now, it's Torzidlo in the catch for Sank. Sank is now out of the game. Kell enters in at second base. Ragone, who was designated hitter, enters in as a pitcher for Nemec. But if you remember, Dom pinch hit for Mike O. So Alexic's out and Marchetta's in right. That's the damage.
Joey looked really nice in warm-ups.
There you go. First pitch, strike.
Warmest looking nice throw on low strikes.
It's Chanel once again in. It'll be Chanel, Martin, and Zemba. Clipped someone towards Zidlow, getting a little bit of a wake-up call. But last time up for Chanel, he walked and eventually scored. He might have been, it was either the tying or the go-ahead run. Looking where he was, he had to be the tying run. Just missed low. Towards Zidlow last year, out of necessity, he had to catch a couple of games, relieve Litherland early in some games. Obviously, Aiden Litherland no longer with Holy Name, transferred to Berea Mid-Park, which is just down the road. Swing and a miss.
Like where Joey's throwing.
But as well, you said, Mr. Ontko, Vergone changing position for football. He had to do it for baseball. He was a catcher back in the day, but with Litherland transferring in October, you had to scramble, and he decided to catch. He had to step up. He was the man who did it and did an excellent job in his role.
Yeah, Joey Vergone's a team player. You need guys like Joey Vergone on your team.
Humanek, the throw across diamond, is in time to Masetta for out number 1. The tradition continues. Someone's hat had to fall off. This time it was Russell.
Every play.
It's kind of like the rally cap. After that out, Trey Martin will now go back up to the sticks. So far today, 2 strikeouts looking and an RBI single, along with a stolen base to his name. You're guys tuning in. 9-6 Padua in the bottom of the 6th with 1 away. Vergone will come set. Now the pitch.
Good spot.
Finds his own. Excellent curve.
Good spot. Joey's coming in throwing strikes.
Kind of like Nemec, he got the first couple batter bounce. If Padua would have to go back up in the 7th, they look to have the top of their lineup go in.
There you go,
Finds his
Joey.
own, nothing in 2. If they go in order, it would be LeBron then top.
Senior calming presence with Joey Vergone throwing strikes.
Vergone looking for K number 1 on his outing. It's an 0-2 to Martin. Curves in, swing and a miss. He swings right through it for out number 2.
There you go, Joey.
3rd strikeout of the game for Martin. And now it sends Zemla, the shortstop, into the box for his 4th cuts of the game. 2 walks, a stolen base, and a base hit he's reached every time. Looks like it'll be a freshman or JV game up next for Padua against Walsh. This will be the 3rd game on this turf this afternoon. When we got here at around 11 a.m., there was a travel ball game in session, then turned into this game, and now turns into a crown game. Shout out Baldwin Wallace for letting these younger teams use the field. The pitch from Vergone. Nice curve, just misses low.
Good spot to miss. Good spot to miss.
Misses low, the ump says, I agree. Just broke a little bit too early.
It was low. Yep, it was low. But tempting.
The pitch.
There you go.
That's a get right pitch.
He's throwing strikes.
Vergone just trying to deal, just needs to focus on this batter. If they can go 1, 2, 3, one has a chance to get back up to the sticks with Nemeth, Vergone, and Price will do up. Still blocked by towards Zidlow. Not as much mattering no one on base, but still got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah. Stay within yourself. Get the 3rd.
It's a tough game. It's a tough game for Holy Name. Vergone will deal. Fouled away. Nice cut by Zemla.
The good news right now is maybe you found your bats. Now maybe you got some confidence in hitting.
There was a reason Coach Masetta, and in part Coach Carter, before he then stepped down, was trying to assemble this tough schedule. They wanted to prepare a young team. Talking to Coach Masetta before the game, he said it's going to be a growth year. It'll be a walk from Vergone, so now the 9-hitter comes in. But in talking to him, he understands that the teams that they've played have very good records, around 35 wins to 13 losses, and he said half those losses are St. Ed's against top-ranked teams.
Yeah, well, in baseball and in basketball, it's not your first 5 games, it's your last 5 games that count. You want to win your last 5. Your first 5, it doesn't matter. You can go 5-0, you can go 0-5. It's your last 5 games that's going to show what kind of season you have.
Not even that. It's the last couple before the tournament draw plus the last 5.
You win a couple tournament games, and life is pretty good.
But for Holy Name last year in baseball, their stock was improved starting at the Braxton Broadview game. Harry Frank, his first start, he dealt. Then Olmsted Falls, a close game. That's when Holy Name got their foot in. They're getting hot at the right time right now. Lakewood's going to be tough. I'm not expecting them to go in there and dominate the Rangers from start to finish. No one's expecting that. Same thing with Wednesday and Thursday against Hoban and Bay.
Keep getting better. Keep getting better.
You got to think that Braxton Broadview's the game. If it's not today, if it's not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's got to be Brecksville. And that's not a knock on Brecksville. The throwdown,
Nice stop, Mikey.
not in time. That's not a knock on Brecksville by any means. It's you did it last year. And then you go into Forge. You got to have momentum going into the Parma Heights rivalry game. It's a tough schedule, especially all the rainouts. Holy Name played 2 games from the Monday of Holy Week through spring break. Actually, 3 games total. The pitch.
You know, in the other sports, you pretty much, you know when you're going to play and you play, for the most part. Baseball's tough, softball's tough.
After 2 walks, we're back to the top of the lineup. Makai Williams, his 5th cuts, a walk, a base hit, a flyout, and an RBI. So this will be his 5th plate appearance of the afternoon, his 8th total in 2 years, and has only failed to reach once.
And this, he has the chance to break the game open here.
And Makai Williams is dealing today. In that little sample we saw, and he's been good from start to finish. In the outfield, the only one he didn't get to was frustrated. It wasn't really his fault. It was a well-hit ball.
Yeah, Williams has had a heck of a game today.
The pitch from Ragone finds the zone. And we're looking for this at the player of the game standpoint. He looks pretty good for that category, especially if he goes out again in the 7th and closes it out.
Agreed.
Ragone looks back over at second. 2 on, 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. Holy Name trailing by 3. It is sent into the stratosphere. Kell and Masetta go for it. Kell calls off and snags it in to retire the side. 2 late walks in the inning, but no damage overall. End of 6 in Berea. Holy Name trails 9-6 and are down to their final 3 outs. Padua 3 outs away from getting the job done once again against the Green Wave. They have done well against this team, winning the last 2 or 3 matchups. It'll be Nemeth due up now. He's in the box, along with Ragone and Preisel. Holy Name's last couple of hopes. They need 3 in this inning to extend it to the bottom of the 7th. Williams will stay on the mound and deal. Nemeth thought, but will not offer. Evens it up at 1-1. But Makai Williams, we talked about it a couple times. He was pitching, doing his thing, and then the curveball to Kell.
Oh, yikes. Yikes.
I mean, how do you just even go about seeing that in?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Williams right now looking like, as you said, MVP probably if Padua wins it. If somehow Holy Name comes back and wins this, you've got to think about Brendan Preisel as possible MVP of the game today.
Or whoever hits the go-ahead run, depending who it is. Williams will deal. Nemeth holds up. It'll be a leadoff walk for Holy Name. So now the tying run moves up to the on-deck circle as Ragone goes to the box for his 4th cuts of the afternoon. A walk, strikeout, and a ground out to short. Ragone did a good job on the bump last thing. He now looks to do something good in the box. Runner goes. Line to the left. It's a base hit on the ground. Nemeth will slip. He runs to third. It's botched in left field. And it goes to third. Nemeth will take a turn. It's a double for Joey Ragone. Nice little celebration from him. And now the tying run steps into the box. And who else but Brennan Preisel? Just kind of booted, botched it. It's unfortunate.
Well, with the runner going and moved the shortstop over to cover second, Ragone hit it where he was.
And the fact that Nemeth is still able to get the third after the kind of little bit of a slip.
So
we saw Torzillo get robbed of extra bases yesterday on a slip.
I think that was a perfectly executed hit and run play.
Now Preisel, in his fourth at-bat of this afternoon's ball game, has 3 RBIs, 2 base hits, and a flyout.
He's had a heck of a day today.
Williams will set and deliver. Just misses high on Preisel. After Masetta, it will be towards the low.
Pick a spot out. Pick one spot out.
Williams bench starting to get a little loud.
Your favorite spot right now, your favorite spot.
The pitch from Williams. Ground ball right side. Foul. Preisel shaking his head, and that's not the pitch.
Settle down, Max. Lock in.
All it takes is one. He needs something big.
I don't think Preisel's get nervous, do they? Preisel's enjoy the game.
Can Williams settle in for out number 1?
Excellent pitch. Excellent
Perfect.
pitch.
Evens it up at 2-2. It'll be Cameron Ragazzo batting for Russell Masetta up next. I think we're seeing a bunt.
Yeah, if he gets on, yep.
I like that move. Can Williams get Preisel the pitch? It's skied, it's playable. Sedlecki will trail.
Find the fence.
And drop. Sedlecki, along with LeBron, trailed it. So still a 2-2 count. Preisel elongating Williams' pitching here.
Good spot, good spot.
But then Cam becomes the go-ahead run in the on-deck circle.
Cam with that soccer speed.
They need to be speedy on the base path. But right now it's Preisel. It's 2-2, none away, 2 leadoff hits. Williams chopped against the back of his calf. We'll stay 2-2.
Yeah. Had the pleasure of watching Connor and Brennan in sports, and they just enjoy playing the game. They don't get nervous. They don't get rattled. They just enjoy playing for the right reasons.
The pitch on the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Allowed out number 1 from Makai Williams. Gets out a little bit of an ovation with the cheers from Padua faithful.
Good pitch, good cut.
And now in steps the pinch runner, or pinch hitter, I should say, Cameron Ragazzo. We said it earlier, the way that the courtesy runner allowed him to re-enter, and he does. With Torzillo due up next. Get him on the base path for Torzillo, and damage can be done.
Yeah, Torzillo hit the ball well today.
The other thing, if it's a bunt, the play's at home. Actually, no. Padua would probably go for the play at first.
Yes. Yep.
That'd be a smart play. Do the players know the situation? If not, then this could be detrimental for him. We don't know if he's going to bunt.
Well, if he's going to bunt, I think you want to push it towards first.
He's got a cut. Ground ball left side. It'll be an RBI. Nonetheless, the throw is in time for out number 2. Ragone trots to third and will stand 90 feet away from making it a 1-run game. Ragazzo does his job and gets an RBI. So now Hohenaim down to their final out. It's Torzillo, the tying run. And then in the on-deck circle, Michael Lexick will re-enter. They need to get to Maiko.
Mikey's played second. He's caught.
Can Williams get the job done? It's high and outside. 1-0 count to begin Torzillo's at-bat. Torzillo today thus far, 2 base hits and a pop-out. Williams will come set and deliver. Swing and a miss, a hardy cut. Evens it up at 1-1.
Good pitch, good cut. You gotta watch it jump off the bat here. Watch it jump off the bat. Keep your eyes on it. 9-7 ball game. It's a tight one with 2 away. It's 1-1 count. Williams sets and deals. Swing and a miss, a late swing as Hohenaim's down to their final strike. Relax and get that foot on the ground.
Can Padua, for the 3rd straight time, beat Hohenaim?
Take a breath, relax, get that foot on the ground, keep your hands back, hit it where it's pitched.
Padua has played one heck of a game today. Mackay Williams has played one heck of a game today. Can the Bruins get their win? They do! Strike three swinging. It's ball game. Mackay Williams struts on off as Keon Sports play of the game, sealing the 9-7 victory over Holy Name. That's one heck of a pitch from Mackay Williams retiring towards Zidlow. As we said, player of the game brought to you by Keon Sports. Talk about Mackay Williams today, Mr. Ontko.
He played, you had him in the outfield, you had him pitching, you had him hitting, he had his speed on the base paths. He had a nice game,
A tough one for Holy Name to drop 9-7. You had a couple guys in scoring positions at different times, but in the end, it was the Brown and Orange who get another win over Holy Name. The wait for their first win since 2018 over the Bruins will have to wait until 2025 or the playoffs. You never know how the bracket breaks down. Imagine a playoff game between these two teams. You might have to try and get crushes for that game.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ontko gives some love to Yuri Belina as he walks off.
He was waiting for his interview. He wants his interview.
I know he wants his interview. We'll catch up with him and some other guys.
He's waiting on his interview.
I'll get over to that. We'll do it from Fisher Field at Baldwin, Wallace. Padua wins 9-7. To stay up to date on all the games we're covering, follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date on all of Holy Name Sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. We'll be back on tomorrow for Kyle Blinky's revenge game against the Lakewood Rangers, and then for Holy Name Baseball's home opener against the Rangers. I've been Nathan Smee. Alongside me, Mr. Ontko. Thank you, Mr. Ontko, for joining.
Thank you so much for the invite. Enjoy all the games this week.
Have a great rest of your weekend, Namer Nation. See y'all tomorrow, and go Namers.